Ooh-wee. What is up, everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. I'm gonna try something out with the music, let it keep playing, because you know that's how it is in the lounge. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. It's Tuesday. We're gonna be going over some motorcycle crashes once again. It's MotoStar's, but we also have somebody bleeding out of the arm. It's an arterial bleed. We're gonna be talking about that, kind of what you can do. This guy did a wheelie, crashed. It was sent to me by somebody in the Discord, so make sure you guys join the Discord. It's on Reddit, so it's gonna be a little potato camera. But then we're gonna jump into a podcast after this at 4 p.m. on the Discord. Let's go ahead and get in the classroom and kind of get this thing started. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hopefully the sound sounds okay. Forgot to hit that record button. Happy Tuesday. Music Fear. Triumph Scrambler's a good first bike, or are there better bikes? Triumph Scramblers are pretty nice. I would kind of equate that to what I got. And Triumph Scramblers, yeah. I think you would have a great time on them. The problem is they're kind of expensive. So maybe not for a good bike, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we got a podcast on After the Ride. We film it on the Discord. So if you guys want to join the Discord, please do so. Link should be in the description somewhere. Yeah, we got the Discord. Sound is good, Keith. Good, 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 good. Pizza. We got pizza once again. Yeehaw. Hey, remember for 4 months. That's it. Go ahead and pause the music. Let's go ahead and turn this up just a little bit. I want you guys to see what we're talking about here. We're going to go over this when the class actually starts. And he fell. Okay, so now what's gonna happen? How's your hand? How's your hand? Oh, there's an artery. And now we are splurting blood. Arterial bleed, that's all it takes. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We will be going over that in class today. Ooh-wee. So who said stunting isn't dangerous? Nah, this could happen to anybody. This was kind of like a freak accident type thing. But look, he's out in the middle of nowhere. No friends, no nobodies. Doesn't have himself a rescue kit. Really all you have to do is apply some really good pressure to that. That's a kind of a small bleed, but yeah, get some pressure, get some gauze and everything. If you have to, you know, get a tourniquet on you. Man, my beard is getting... Yeah. Looking good. Vince Tug, how you doing? Yeah, put your thumb in it. It's really only good for bullet holes. And even then, I don't know. Yeah, all bleeding will stop eventually. Absolutely right. It's getting pretty long. I want to get a little bit... I want to get it down to the nipple line. Let's go ahead and turn down the music just a little bit. There we go. Get some indirect pressure above the bleed on that sucker. Yeah. Get maybe a tourniquet going. Here, I want to try something new. Nathan, let me know. Let's see. Well, see, here's the thing. We got to get an escape path going on. And then make sure, you know, we have a good line of sight, you know. What about making sure you guys are planning your ride? Yep, you're planning a ride. Okay, very good. Now, are you guys smart riders? I think so. Making sure you have a really good space cushion with your total stopping distance. You know, is this a red stage maneuver? Or did he go into his brown pantalones? Is he supposed to be rescuing anybody? You know, what kind of symptoms do we have here? Okay. Now, what are the color code charts? Oh, there they are. Now, did he low side? Or did he high side? I don't know. I don't know. Whew. I was having some fun today. Yellow staged, you know, white staged. What else do we got? You know, are you guys on the Discord? Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to move that a little bit. So we're testing things. The Discord. There we go. And then there it is. So make sure you guys join the Discord. And if you want to subscribe to After the Ride, or not After the Ride, Motorcycle Training Concepts. Production value. Having a little bit of fun here. Make sure you guys are doing your slow look press and roll in the middle of the turns. Now, I wonder if you got a TBI. Do you think you got a TBI? What is the mechanism of injury? Do you think this was a Dunning-Kruger effect? Maybe you should have learned some trail braking. I'm having fun. How you liking those? The podcast is at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Let me go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Replace it. Good. Hopefully that's gonna help out with your editing. Nathan, can you put up the rescue in the front? There you go. Thank you so much, Nathan. I appreciate it. You can go ahead and take it back. Thank you. Well, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and redo that. I gotta get going soon because I know I'm on a time crunch. There we go. How about that? New pinned comment. All right. I think we got to get started. I think we have to get started. Nathan, I was recording this whole thing. I forgot to record the intro, so I'm sorry. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna redo it. I forgot to record the intro, so I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna start recording here. I'm gonna put my headset on, and I'll meet you in the lounge. All right, we had to redo this. Rainin forgot to hit the record button. It's okay. I'll go ahead and redo it. You know, I'm on a time crunch. 18 minutes already into it. I got to get to the 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Everybody, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over a motorcycle crash where a guy hit his arm and he has an arterial bleed kind of shooting everywhere. He's stunting. He probably has a broken leg. How is he going to get home? I don't know. The video ends. I don't know if he's alive. And then we're going to go over some motorcycle training concepts stuff a little bit after some crashes. We're going to be learning how to apply a tourniquet and a few other things like that. Prep Medic is going to be assisting, and that he's going to be the guest instructor. And then we also have an After the Ride podcast at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Discord. So if you're not on the Discord, please join. We're going to be talking about 5 ways to become a more confident motorcycle rider. And then I'm going to bring some of you guys up on stage, and we're going to go ahead and have a chitty chat. Okay. For the most part, though, we're going to be talking about some motorcycle crashes and what you can do to hopefully save your life. Was that better? All right. She yells at me. She yells at me. Whew. Somebody pass him a slice. All right. I think we're going to get into it. I think we're just going to get into it. Now, remember, we're really trying to focus on what we can do with the equipment we have. If you don't have one of these, we'll also kind of talk about that. What that is a rescue kit, so you can actually, use the bandages and stuff. All right, so it looks like we're gonna go ahead and watch what happens. This is about it's 1 minute video. This is on Reddit. This one is good, earning his stripes. What could go wrong? Doing a wheelie with blood. All right. This was sent in by a Discord member, so thank you so much. You know who you are. All right, here we go. All right, so he's gonna be doing a wheelie, and he's gonna go ahead and drop the bike, but this is where it's gonna get bad. Let's see what happens to his leg and his arm, his right arm. Oh, there it is. So pressurized blood flow. Look at the bright redness, but anything pressurized. So when everybody was asking, what's a bad bleed? See how it's squirting? It's pressure. Venous bleeds don't do that. That's an arterial bleed. So let's say your heart is pumping pretty hard. You're gonna bleed out quicker. So the best thing you could do is remain calm. It's kind of weird how that is set up, right? Remain calm. Okay. Oh. All right, so at this point, take care of yourself. Don't worry about your bike. He's starting to panic. I gotta get home. I gotta get home. You gotta stop the bleeding. So I don't know what happened. So his bike died. I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. He obviously had to, upload the video. Unless this is like one of those Blair Witch Project things. So what's going to happen here? Let's go ahead and take a quick look again. So he's going to go ahead and do his wheelie. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit about that crash right there. And what we have is going to be... I got to look for all these buttons. There we go. Nathan, push the button. There it is. We're going to be looking for the mechanism of injury on this one. So he's going to slam his hand down, but his right arm is what's going to be doing it. So what do you think caught his right arm? Let's go ahead and figure out what happened. So we don't know yet. He's starting to bleed. And there's the blood. So that right there, you can even feel it. You can feel that little vein that you have, like right here, and then right next to that big boy, that is going to be your artery. So you're going to have an artery there. It's not good. What can we do? Well, he's kind of doing what he's supposed to be doing. So he's putting some pressure on it, but he's never seen an arterial blood squirt before. He's only seen probably venous blood. Panicking just a little bit, fell down. You got to put pressure on it. You have to put pressure on it. It's like you're squeezing a death grip on that artery. So you need to put pressure because it's going to start occluding the open hole that's there, squirting out. So one thing that we do have, so that you know what we're talking about, is that if you do have a rescue kit or a trauma kit of your choice, what you would be using, so here's the little rescue card, what you'd be using is going to be that 5x9 that's inside. It's in a combine pad. It's going to be an abdominal pad, very absorbent. Or you can use some of these sterile 4x4s that we have in here, and then you're going to put a lot of pressure right on it. And then if you can, use some roll gauze and wrap it down. Another thing you could do, we have 2 tourniquets in here. If it's that bad and it just won't stop, apply a tourniquet on the upper right arm. And that's what we have right here. Now, we're going to be talking about this later on because Prep Medic is the one that's going to be talking about it. But I just want to show you real quick what it is. Now, I don't have it set up like he wants me to, so sorry, Prep Medic. But it's a basic. You open it up. See, I'm splurting out right here. Now, you could do 2 inches above the wound, so you can actually do it lower right here, but I'm going to do it up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. I got my beard here. So tightened it, locked it in, put it all the way around, put it there, and we got a Sharpie inside of our kits, and it's going to occlude the blood flow. Simple as that. Go to the hospital after that. So that's what happened to him. So remember, you have to remain calm. That's the biggest thing. He's starting to panic. He doesn't know what he's doing. What's going on? I'm bleeding everywhere. I just got into a crash. There's nobody around. What do I do? What do I do? Well, first you can call 911, but really you need to be remaining calm because with an arterial bleed, your heart rate is the thing that's pumping that blood out. So the higher your heart rate, which adrenaline's going to be kicking in, the sooner you're going to lose blood, okay? So ensure your own safety. There's not too much there. You're the one hurt. You need to stop the major bleeds, okay? So direct pressure, apply a tourniquet, or pack the wound. In this case, there's not going to be any packing of the wound. You got to put some pressure on it. That's the biggest thing there. And quickly assess the severity. Okay, severity, you can lose a lot of blood, and guess what? You're going to have an issue with a shocky symptom. And with that, you got pale, cool, clammy skin, profuse sweating, rapid or weak pulse, shallow breathing, nausea, anxiety. Okay, you need to stop any external bleeding because here's the thing. If you run out of blood, you're going to pass out, and that would suck when you're in the middle of riding. So let's go ahead and take a look a little bit further. There it is. A little bit of a panic. There's that splurt. You're going to lose a lot of blood. There you go. Apply that pressure. So he's applying it with his thumb right now. So you really push hard on that so you can stop the bleeding. And you have to hold it there for 10-15 minutes. That's why we have tourniquets, so that you can have your other hand free just in case you need to go somewhere. So hold it tight for 10 to 15 minutes until the blood stops. Keep it above your heart. That'll help out. Gravity helps out a little bit. And here's the thing. It's like we got to get going. We got to get going. We have to get home. We have to get to the hospital. We have to get somewhere. And we're trying our best to get on the bike, but you're going to start losing too much blood to where your brain doesn't want to work very much. And then imagine trying to ride. So it's almost like you're intoxicated at that point. Let's go back just a little bit here. So right there, he's applying pressure to that wound. And the biggest thing here is to stop that bleeding and call 911 and then check your bike. Your bike is done. Your bike's on the ground. You're bleeding out, okay? So this was a pretty interesting video. There's only a minute long. This was the mechanism of injury right here. So watch out. Got the mechanism of injury popping up. Ooh, he sliced his right forearm, and that's what caused it. And there's the blood flow. It's a little bit different. Yeah, he's checking his leg because his leg also hurts. So make sure you have a stunt buddy with you. Now we got a few other things here that we're gonna focus on. We have a MotoStar's video here, but before we jump into it, you guys have any questions? I need to redo a lot of these buttons. Too many clicks. Just came in, it was like, okay, straight to tourniquet. Went back and damn, yeah, dog motovlog. Splurty splurt, rub some dirt on it. Carria, we're going over some medical stuff from a motorcycle crash. I hope he's all right too. Yeah, exactly. Lombac's expensive bike, but no riding gear. It's insane. Should he have put dirt in it? No. No, don't put dirt in it. Don't put dirt in it. Hey, who turned on the music? Ay. All right, well, we're going to jump right into it because we have an After the Ride podcast in an hour and a half. Go ahead and jump right into this. Oh, this one's going to be good. There's a close call. There's somebody dumping the bike. There's a little bit of red on the ground. Here we go. Calvin MC. We got a
driver signaling a left turn. Fortunately, he was able to react in time.
Okay, left turn. We're going to go ahead and pass on the right. Not very smart. Good job on the braking. Did good. Very good with the progressive braking.
Left. My eyes did not deceive me, but at the very last
very good
second,
on the progressive
to
braking.
the right. You can see he actually started his right turn just a moment before he signaled.
So he did his own after action review. Now here's the thing, we're going to be going around this vehicle. We see the left turn signal, and then all of a sudden you see the right turn signal right there. This is going to be what you need to be watching out for, all right? You need to be watching out for that. Don't pass on the right on a lot of these things. And the only thing that really saved him was that progressive braking. You know, it's he's applying the brakes gently. He's squeezing, 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 squeezing in that straight line. That is very important. He was making sure that he was in orange stage at this point. He saw something happen. He's going to do something. And it wasn't really a red stage maneuver because he didn't really have to slam the brakes, you know, do some emergency braking. It was more of a yellow stage maneuver. So where he's just going to go ahead and apply some progressive brake pressure. I'm just having fun clicking these buttons, and he planned his ride, positioned himself for safety, located it, and adapted to it with some good braking. All right, I just want to play with some buttons here. It's fun stuff. But he straightened it up, and there's the progressive braking. So you can go quick on that, but then you're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze. And that's what he did. He was about 40 down to 20. He was indicating left. You know, somebody messed up with the left and went to the right. That's all that was. All right. Very, very interesting. Here we go. All right, Kiani Capico. What are we going to do? We're going to do a wheelie. We're going to crash. There's a wheelie. Okay, we're going to do something. Oh, we lost something there. What is that? It is a flashlight. No, I think it was his exhaust. I hope it was exhaust. Yeah, you lost something. It was in your pocket. Here we go. I know, I'm pressing too many buttons, Sean. All right, here we go. So what he's going to be doing is doing a wheelie, and let's see where the exhaust fell off. There's the exhaust falling off. Right on the right side, it fell out, and it's just going to come all the way across. That means he didn't have the appropriate C-rings and all that other stuff. I don't know, maybe did a little aftermarket. Maybe took it from somebody else and slid it right on. Make sure you guys take care of your equipment. Okay? Take care of your equipment. You know, one of the things that you could be doing. I guess I don't have it. I was going to say T-clocks, but we don't have it on the button thing. Okay, can we get the T-clocks on? Thank you. Austin Owings. So stupid driver speeds up and try to cut off the motorcycles, but he ain't having none of it. All right, so protecting your lane is pretty dumb. Here's why. Law of gross tonnage is the biggest downside to this. All right, these buttons are distracting. I'm going to stop playing with them. Maybe I thought they were good. All right, so here we go. We're going to start that over, Nathan. So we're going to be a stupid driver speeds up and try to cut off motorcycles, but he ain't having none of it. So we're protecting our own lane. And just remember that that vehicle is going to destroy the living crap out of you when it touches you. Okay, so we're on a motorcycle. We're not going to win that one. We're going to go ahead and lane filter with a trailer and then go on about our day. So why are we in that position anyways? Why did we push that guy and we're just constantly being a jerk to him just because he was a jerk, and then just for us to lane filter anyways? It's like we purposely made his day worse, and we purposely made our day worse, okay? Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Here we go. Foot brake Frank, so it must be a little stunter, right? I don't know. How does that work? So green light doesn't always mean go. Watch out for left turners. And, okay. Oh, whoa! Can't anticipate that. Can't anticipate that. He did a great red stage maneuver. Let's go back just a little bit. Look at this red stage maneuver. So he's looking around. We started slamming the brakes in that situation. Now, if you don't know what the red stage is, we have it right here, okay? So in intersection, you're going to be in orange stage. You're prepped and ready for any dum-dum, especially at night. And then a red stage is when you're going to be on high alert, actively engaged in that emergency response. Okay, so he didn't do a brown stage, which is going to be a little poo-poo in your pantalones. He did a good job with his braking. So this was a progressive braking skill. So he applied the brakes. He reached for it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Thankfully, he wasn't going super fast. He was barely going through the intersection right when he saw this person right here. Applied the brakes and was able to slow down enough in time before this person did this. Almost hit us. Almost hit us. Thankfully, nothing bad happened, but you got to watch out at night. A lot of drunk drivers, a lot of dumb people driving around, especially around intersections. Thankfully, foot brake Frank was being a smart rider.
Oh, it's a plane literally crashed.
Okay, plane
situation
crash.
is so strange that the biker didn't know if he was in trouble until the very end.
Why would you be in trouble? Did you cause the plane to crash?
Wait, are you getting pulled over?
No, look forward. Look for. Oh, you almost hit the cone. Straight line weave.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
He was just standing on his pegs. What's the problem?
I guess I'm getting pulled over.
No, you're not. Just go. They have other things to
I?
do. They got a plane in the middle of the interstate.
Oh, wait, what did I do?
Wait, is he getting pulled over?
Damn! I don't know what I did though, but...
You were standing on your pegs. That's reckless riding. Failure to control your motor
What
vehicle.
did I do? What?
Let's find out, Char. Let's find out. Oh, we won't find out because he blew up. Look at this. So, what happened here? This is all he did. This is all he did.
It's so strange that the biker didn't know.
So he's just standing up. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Highway Patrol, get your act together. Get your act together. Obviously not riders. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Driver stuck in traffic blames me. Okay, watch out. Big open line compared to that long line. Now we're going to get in there so we're kind of safe. You know, we're a little bit orange stage because there's a lot of kids, pedestrians, and now vehicles stacked up. So be very careful with that. What are we doing here? Just waiting in line. You see the line of sight? Very good line of sight. See how you can see super far? Very good. I should just have lane split. Is it California? Yeah, you probably should have. You probably should have.
You don't want to let me in?
No?
That's here because people like you.
Oh, this is my fault?
People see what you're doing.
I can't wait to put you on YouTube.
What? People are just a little crazy here. All right. There's nothing really to talk about in that one. So, okay. Let's go. That's the name. Here we go. We're riding around. I said it again. 50 miles per hour. We got a left turner. We're going to swerve around it. Good red stage maneuver. Saved his own life. He had sun in the eyes and everything. So good job. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. So we're going to be riding. Oh, I can't say it again. I'm going to say it again. So we got sun in the eyes. What other factors do we have here? We have, time of day. Looks like we have a left turner coming up. It's wide open road. We have decent escape paths, left and right. We can even brake really easily. What are we doing? Are we planning our ride? Yeah, it's positioned for safety, locating the hazard, and we're going to do a nice little navigation swerve. So right now what we're doing is we're in yellow stage. We're going to be riding around just kind of in yellow stage. And then we see this vehicle right here with the blinker and then also slowing down. Typically, they're not supposed to be slowing down. So as soon as you see that, switch into orange stage. Orange stage means you're going to be prepped and ready. You perceived some kind of a threat. You're having your hands on the handlebars. You're getting, or not the handlebars, over the brakes. You're getting ready so that you can apply some progressive brake pressure. Right here. It's done by applying the brakes gently, smooth at first, and then you squeeze when the weight transfers to the front. Did a great job, but we're going to be going up to here. So, one sec. We're going to be in orange stage. And there is the moment it starts to turn. So we're going to switch into red stage. We got to swerve out of the way. Good job with the swerve. Not much room to really work with. But imagine if you just kept going off to the right and hit that tree. And then we're going to swerve left to stay on the road. Maintain that path. And as soon as we get through here, what we need to do is kind of switch back into yellow stage and get ready for the next one. That's really all it is. Good job on this rider. Being a smart rider. It's so fun pushing these buttons. Here we go. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's go. Real quick, how do I know you've dropped your bike? That's how I know you've dropped your bike. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Reaching hard for that clutch. Okay, we got a left turner going nice and slow. Why are they blocking the road? Is he going to back up? Or is he just going to be a little dumb? Good job recognizing the side of the vehicle, an uncommon thing in a common situation. And that's it. Are we just going to pad out the time, MotoStars? Come on now. I know it says it says 8 minutes and 17 seconds. And in order to get, you know, the mid-roll ads, you have to do at least 8 minutes. But, I mean, come on. 10 videos, 5 extra seconds every video. Come on now. All right, so right now we're riding around in yellow stage, and we got a little freeze frame right here. And then as soon as we see that, you guys can't see it at all. Let's go ahead and remove that. We're going to be in orange stage. Orange stage, as soon as you see that side of the vehicle, what is that? We're going to switch into a red stage maneuver, which is going to be a swerve. Now, where is the gap closing? It looks like the gap is closing on the right. So what we need to do is swerve to the left. So let's go ahead and swerve to the left. But we already applied some good brake pressure, so we're good. And now we're going to move on with our day. Random things, guys. Random things. Uncommon thing in a common situation. Side of the vehicle. All that stuff happened in that moment. Thankfully, this rider did not do anything dumb. So, E-Clown, here we go. Jesse, welcome.
It's entirely to blame for the biker who rides too confidently, doesn't maintain the correct distance, and eventually hits the car in front of him.
Is he talking about space cushion? Because I think he's not maintaining a good space cushion. And there he goes. Drops his bike. Let's see what happens. Can we get it back up? That's what she said.
Dude, he's been running like
It's a nice little older Honda. We got a little hipster right here.
I'm sorry.
Nice bleached
man, you
blonde
leaking
hair.
something,
Uh-oh.
Man,
Got a
probably have a
skateboard. Oh, oh, don't hit my bike. Pulling that clutch. What is that guy doing?
What is that? That's what I was trying.
Well, it's a camera.
So you record everything that's going on?
Yeah. Recorded that.
People don't know what a GoPro is
150
anymore.
it records it?
It's very
Well, I
rare.
got this backup screen. Hey, man.
It just leaked a little bit of fuel. You know, not a big deal. Get out of his way. Move off into a parking lot. Have this discussion. He is the driver, so he probably wants the camera. Or at least the footage.
Nah, I'm going right here.
So here we
All right, very interesting, very interesting. So let's see what happened here. What happened during the crash? He wasn't maintaining a good space cushion, and he crashed in the back of this vehicle. You see how close that is? Now, a space cushion is what you need to be making sure you have. It's a buffer between the vehicle and you, and it could be anywhere. It could be in front of you, behind you, to side. And in order to have a good space cushion, you need to be planning your ride. Okay, so you need to position yourself in a way that you're not going to have people around you, and you need to locate specific hazards. It's very important to do that. So right here, we're not planning our ride very well. And we're going to be getting super close. You have a terrible line of sight. And as soon as he applied the brakes, we hit the back of the vehicle, and we're going to go up and over. You're going to have issues with some body injuries, and then we're going to land on our right leg. We talk a little bit about that. That is a mechanism of injury. You know, you got to be making sure that you're not doing anything too bad to your body. But if you watch somebody crash and you see how they crash, you're able to start to pinpoint where some injuries are. So make sure you are paying attention to that. Thank you, Nathan, for pushing those buttons for me. But what's going to be happening here is just a nice little drop.
You all right, brother?
And he's going to try to get back up as soon as he can. It's just pretty simple with that. He's trying to lift it up. He can't do it. He's got the skateboard backpack, and then I don't know what he's doing. All right, let's just move on. And this guy wants the camera because he wants to make sure he gets his insurance handled. All right, we're moving on with that. Moving on.
So here we have a nice.
All right, softy papa.
On the way to work, moving along.
Watch out, them going in your lane.
Guy pulls right in front of me.
Yep. Look at your open lane, big wide open spot. There it is.
Happens a lot when people get in that slower lane. They see the clear traffic in the commuter lane, and over they come. It didn't seem like a lot, but that really did throw me forward. I had to hit the brakes hard enough.
Good job. He even recognized it. See, that's a pretty easy pattern to recognize. You got a big open lane right here, and then you got a bunch of people in the right lane. Yes, it is an HOV lane, but here's the thing. It looks like it's kind of nighttime, and they usually end around, what, like 7 o'clock at night? So probably available to this driver, but man, it looks like he swerved, kind of saw us, and then he almost hit that vehicle also. So thankfully, the vehicle didn't hit us, but this motorcycle rider found an escape path, and you have one right here. You have a nice little escape path. You can continue on that shoulder, or you can accelerate out of there. That is also an escape path. Very smart rider. Very smart rider. because the way he's talking right now.
In that slower lane, they see the clear traffic in the commuter lane, and over they come. It didn't seem like a lot, but that really did throw me forward. I had to hit the brakes hard enough.
Vixe, aí não, mano. Aí é.
Okay,
aí é
lane filtering, because we got a lot of weird stuff going on.
misericórdia, senhor.
Oh, it's a great time to rescue another rider. What are we gonna do? Do you have your trauma kit? Do you have a rescue kit?
Não, aí é pai, hein?
That's not blood, by the way. That's not blood.
Bonjour. Ça va?
Oh, look at that knee. Look at the knees. Look at his knees.
Voiture quer rentrer.
Look at his knees.
Tenso, viu, mano? Nossa.
That's where armor would be, so it would help mitigate some of that impact.
Tio tá
That's not blood. No, it's not blood.
foda, velho.
If it was, that's quite a bit of blood, to be honest. All right, let's take a quick look at him right here. We're not going to spend too much time on this one. Look at his knees. We've got big problems. We got big problems here. He has damage to the left knee and right knee. Looks like his right knee is hurting quite a bit. That's why they put that underneath his knee. But all these different things right here, these injuries, kind of distracting, right? Right? What about his back? Does he have chest pain? Is he bleeding inside of his jacket anywhere? When you see this, I was purposely saying, look at his knees, because I was trying to distract you a little bit. I don't want you focusing only on that. I want you to get a good picture of this. Now, in order to rescue this rider, you have to stop major bleeds just in case something happens. So make sure you rescue him. Apply some direct pressure to any of the bleeds that he might be having. But don't get distracted by his knees. So this guy is on the phone. He's rescuing the rider. He's remaining calm, calling 911. But let's take a look when we got up to here. So what kind of accident do you think we might be having here?
Oh, Jesus, tem misericórdia, senhor.
So just take a look. We're on the interstate, kind of a freeway thing. And we have a bike sitting up here. That's not his bike, obviously.
Aí é paia, mano.
And there's his bike right there. Okay, what kind of damage do we have to the bike? What kind of damage do we have to the car? I don't see any damage to the van. Remember, we're trying to figure out the mechanism of injury.
Não, aí é pai, hein?
Trying to figure out the mechanism of injury here. So look at the front end damage to this. The front end damage to this motorcycle. So he hit something. Now we don't know what he hit.
Bonjour.
There's a lot of pieces right here. So maybe he hit the back of this vehicle. The bike went flying and he stayed.
Ça va?
Is there any damage to this van? I don't see any damage to the van. So I have a feeling he might have hit something else. But make sure you guys wear gear, be a smart rider, acquire and utilize personal protective equipment, and then rescue another rider. We got plenty of riders here. If any of these people had medical training, they would have been able to assist and help this person. It looks like they're just kind of waiting for 911. Thankfully, it's not a massive issue. It's not a life-threatening issue. It's just him, waiting to get picked up by the ambulance. But imagine if it was that was his blood. Yeah, we got to stop that. We got to stop the major bleeds. Let's move on. Is the back window smashed? I didn't see it. Street Pirates. Here we go, having some fun. High neon. Hopefully people can see him. Oh, we dumped the bike, hit our head multiple times. Let's check our body. Look at his knees again. We got some damage to his pants. That's the impact and road rash. Oh, there it is. There it is. What does that say? All right. So take a quick look at his knee right here. That wasn't there originally. We're going to scrape the top layer of that. Thankfully, it wasn't low, or it was pretty low speed. It wasn't high speed. That could have been a massive issue, but he does have impact, so let's look for some bruising later. Looks like there's no road rash, though. So very good. Whew. An ambulance. Oh, that was the same video. Huh, interesting. All right, Lou Pratt, here we go. Driving. Oh! Yeah, not very smart of that motorcycle rider to be passing on a double yellow on a blind corner. So we're driving around here. It's a blind corner, and you can't see anything because of the trees going on, so we have terrible line of sight. Line of sight is not going to be something we have. It's kind of blocked right there. We need to make sure that we are not going super fast around this. We should be in orange stage in this situation because we can't see. Your vision dictates what awareness stage you're going to be in. So we're going to be in orange stage a little bit, and now we're in yellow stage because we can see. So you see how it bounces back and forth. So we're in yellow stage. We're in yellow stage. Oh, uncommon thing. We see a little motorcyclist. Let's go ahead and switch back into orange stage. All right. So we're in orange stage. We see an uncommon thing in a common situation. Let's move on here. Oh, we started slamming the brakes because that person was in our way. And now we have a red stage. Now, what is our escape path? Anybody? Anybody? What is our escape path? All right, here we go. We can't swerve to the right. We can't swerve to the left. Swerving to the left is going to hurt. Swerving to the right is going to damage our vehicle, and it's going to hurt. Going straight, we're going to hit a motorcyclist. Applying really good progressive brake pressure is what's going to be helping us out, okay? Applying the progressive brake pressure, slowing us down, allowing that motorcyclist to either get in front or right behind that vehicle. Really? You're going to try to pass a semi on a blind corner. What are you thinking? Sylvian 125 going 98 kilometers per hour. We got a vehicle that was kind of in our way. Oh, uncommon thing. Keep your hands on the handlebars, buddy. Yes, I know. They're cyclists. They get the road too. So here's that uncommon thing in a common situation. We're riding around having a great time, and all of a sudden we see something happening. We start applying some progressive brake pressure. We see that uncommon thing in a common situation. We have a red stage situation here. We need to be paying attention. If you don't know what red stage is, well, here's all the other stages. Orange, red, brown. Those are pretty much the ones that are a little scary. Yellow stage, you need to be zoned in, and that's the typical default riding situation. So we're going to see this. It's that uncommon thing in a common situation. Now we have to find our escape path, and our escape path is going to be right here, off to the left. That's all we have. Now, if you really can, let's go ahead and jump this grass and get on the sidewalk. It looks like there's nobody else on the sidewalk, and we also have this, like, nice little spot. You see how my arm is? Yeah, it's very cool. It looks really smooth. I'm doing a good job. But you have an escape path right there. Use that if you need to. But keep your hands on the handlebars. Are you kidding me? You're still inside the situation. Afterwards, okay, but what is this? What is this? You got that, Rainin? Okay. All right. Sylvian 125. All right. So, Wellner, we didn't even see what was happening there. You've got your bicycle. What the heck was that, MotoStar's? Set it up. All right, so we're swerving. I can't stand MotoStar's. Fix it. I want to see, like, at least a couple seconds before that. Go back. Let me see if I can pause it. All right, so we got a little bit of the flames. All right, so immediately we're having to swerve. We're going through an intersection. We're on a bicycle using our little baby horn right here that's doing absolutely nothing because we got left turners. We're in a lane, so we're using the lane. We're going at least the speed limit, right? You know, we're going 35 maybe on a electric bike, hopefully. We're going to use the lane, but here's the thing. He found a really good escape path. The escape path was on the sidewalk. Okay, so very good. Let's see what happens. So he's swerving, and that's where we're at. So we swerved. We found that escape path. We are definitely in a red stage maneuver. And then now we're going to get onto that sidewalk. There we go. And we found the escape path to get there. It looks like a fun little bike, but I have a feeling these little miniature motorcycles, I'm going to call them that from now on. They're not e-bikes, they're miniature motorcycles. They're a lot more fun that way. They're going to be more prevalent. You're going to start seeing people do stuff like this, not just because they have to swerve out of the way, but for fun. They're going to be on the road, and they're going to jump on the sidewalk, back on the road. it's gonna be pure chaos. It's gonna be pure chaos. All right, here we go. Jongleberry. I thought I said Dingleberry. We're gonna be lane filtering with a passenger. Are we just picking anything, MotoStars? Is somebody just like I'll go ahead and film something, and then I'll just have somebody throw like something at me, and then we'll put it up there. I'll do that like 10 times. We'll make a whole video of compilation of somebody throwing a cactus, somebody throwing a wrench, whatever. Because this was nothing. Yeah, lane filtering, he had to swerve out of the way. And then we're kind of just in almost that was like a non-issue. What are we doing? What are we doing? So Twiggytron. So we're lane filtering right here. Now we got a big open lane right there, but we're going to go ahead and get into this lane because that's what's happening. Wow, it's somebody going a little crazy right there. Big open lane. Yeah, you're welcome, MotoStars. So we got a big open lane to the left, which is going to be this area right here. And then we have a lot of people stacked up on the right, so that's that pattern that we need to watch out for. So that person already did that. That person already swerved a little bit. Now, when we're lane filtering, you need to be in orange staged. And right here, after I see somebody like that, yeah, orange stage, definitely. So we're going to start doing this, and we have to find an escape path. Okay? Got to find the escape path. Where is it? We have a nice shoulder here. But we're only like in lane position 2. We can easily go into lane position 3 right here. Nice little swerve.
Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Nice little swerve. Pretty good. I did enjoy it, MotoStars. I'm sorry for making fun of you and yelling at you. I got 1 hour until the podcast on After the Ride. It's going to be on the Discord, so if you want to join the Discord, it's right here, discord.gg/DanDanTheFireman. We have 2,120 people online. Whew. Very nice. Let's go see if there's any food left in the lounge. Is there any food? Is any food left? Is it no food? Okay. So here, let me go ahead and put this thing back together. Hey, somebody said no food. We got some Subway sandwiches here. Oh, that's still not food. Can one of the rookies just eat this real quick so we can get something different? All right, so we're gonna go over another MotoStars. This one, the car rolls straight into the abyss. Supposedly, it's like a VW Golf crashing in the middle of, how can I best put it, a corner into another car. We see an uncommon thing in a common situation. We're gonna find out what happens. Let's go ahead and put this together. Can a rookie go ahead and do this for me? This is just like a lot of work. I've done like 500 of these things. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. A beard duvet? What are we talking about here? How come let's skip that song. There we go. Where'd I go? I disappeared. Stone crabs and steam. What are you guys talking about? They want parts of me. This is what I get for not looking at the chat for like 20 minutes. You're the best rider in the history of motorcycle riding. Orisha photos. No, I thought that was MotoJitsu. He tells me like every day. Or he tells his audience every day. You need to shave, mate. It's drawing the wrong crowd. I think so. Human fly. Bzz. A little interesting name there, buddy. You guys want a plushie? Oh, it's not a shot fired. Supposedly when he says stuff, he doesn't mean it, so I don't mean it either. Yeah, what do you guys want? You want a onesie? Oh my god. A onesie, huh? The God of Guitar 17. Thanks for all the lessons. I see the road entirely different. Thanks to you, the God of Guitar 17. When it comes to the crash reviews and parking lot reviews, hey, we stopped doing that. We got other plans. We're working on other things. A DDFM body pillow with the beard. That sounds pretty good. Nice body pillow with some arms and legs, like full features. Wait. No, I take that back. Can't do that. I mentioned a Dan and the Fire toy to put on your bikes when we can squeeze the beard and you will say a code level. Hey, I'm going to steal that, Jay. I'm going to steal that. That's not a bad idea. A little pull drawstring. It's like, make sure you progressive brake. I don't know. I just want the beard, no body. Okay. Real talk. Orange Stage saved me from a crazy Subaru in a roundabout. Oh. Poly underlay. Nice beard, by the way. I'm glad. Orange Stage is very important to be able to use. Yeah, Cryptos, that didn't sound right at all. That's what I'm going to be having tonight. Some homemade spaghetti. Mom spaghetti. Dan, what did you look like before the beard? You don't want to know, Lucas. Go ahead, if you find it, make sure you're by yourself, not around your girlfriend or wife. Bobble beard. That's not a bad idea. It's not about bobble beard. Make a custom horn that shouts out Orange Stage. I'm kidding, Lucas. I was just kidding. I'm a little ego going on right now. Hey, I'm not riding, though. A little bit of ego, but no riding. DDFM Gremlin Bell, poly underlay. I've been thinking about that. A DDFM Crew Gremlin Bell, but I don't want to do Gremlin Bells. Go ahead. Somebody pause the music. Gremlin Bells are amazing, but I start to think, like, why is that a thing? Why are Gremlin Bells a thing? It's like somebody just made it up. Nobody knows the original story. Somebody made it up, and now everybody gets it. It's like a cultural thing. You're not supposed to buy your own bell, exactly. So why don't we create a whole new thing? Like a whole new DDFM Crew Gremlin Bell type thing where you buy it for your buddy, right? And then they buy it for you, but it's like a safety reminder. It removes all the bad juju. Let's just take it over. Let's take it over. What do you guys think? Should it be a keychain? Because keychains are cool, but we want it to stay on the motorcycle, right? What do you guys think? Bike beards? Hey, maybe. That sounds good, actually. That sounds pretty good. Bike beards. But I wonder if people are going to put it underneath their headlights. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want something that's going to be durable. Keychain bells are kind of cool, though. I mean, they're kind of cool. An action figure? Okay, now we're getting a little crazy. Moto jackets, I would love it. We use PVC plastic, which is like the PVC rubber plastic for our keychains, so it doesn't scratch up your tank. So maybe something like that. DDFM banners would be interesting. Yeah, a carabiner. Here, I got an idea. We got plenty of time. Rainin, we got plenty. Rainin, why are you leaving? We got plenty. Can somebody get her? We have plenty of time. We got like an hour before the Discord live stream. Remember, we are doing an Afterlife podcast on Discord. I think she's leaving to set that up. We got plenty of time. We got one more video. All right, you're getting more work for me. Of course. Always create more work for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at something that this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Let's see. Has anybody watched my? Let's go ahead and put the music back on. Anybody watched my, like, any of my riding videos? Rainin and everybody that rides with me know what I'm talking about when I'm about to say this. Here we go. So I've been wanting to do something like this. I have that exact one on the far right. Has my last name on it. But they're firefighter glove holders. Now this is what you typically have right there. It's like a glove holder. It's out of your way. It's not in your pockets. And the problem is firefighter gloves are so thick. So like this is what it would look like. That's not firefighter gloves, but it's kind of like the same concept. And you hook it onto your belt or your belt loop. That's where I have mine. I have it like just like this, just like that. But like this clip is right in here, so it holds your gloves. And that's all it is right there. It's just Velcro. This is exactly what I have and I use, and I can't find anybody that does this. So when it comes to, let's go and pause that. That's kind of a weird song. Or just skip it at least. Okay. So when it comes to like, you know, a gremlin bell or something that like you can have even high vis. If like a gremlin bell, yeah, Nikki got it for me. It was really good after I graduated my my third academy. Like instead of a gremlin bell, it could be like a DDFM crew glove holder. This way it makes somebody buy gloves at least. You know what I mean? You have a friend who's a professional leather crafter. I've been wanting to do it. So this is like the Gauls version of it. It has a carabiner on it. I like the carabiner, but I want leather. Leather is just amazing. Because then it could be like custom. Straight up custom. So instead of gremlin bells, I was thinking of something like this. It would probably cost the same amount of money. Because gremlin bells are like, what, 20 bucks? 25 bucks? This one could be the DDFM crew glove holder. And then you buy it for your friend. They buy it for you. You buy it for yourself. It doesn't really matter. In order to become a DDFM crew member, you have to keep it on your right side. You know what I mean? Like little fun things like this. Little fun things. Getting excited. Let's go and stop that. Can't be getting excited. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's almost like a keychain, except it has better. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Nikki. Exactly. What are my thoughts on old school pig leather jackets? Alex, what are you talking about, Alex? Alex, sit down. Sit. We lost everybody. I'm talking to myself now. Destroyed the image. Looked at the fourth wall. Broke the immersive experience. I'm sorry. Did you ever review the 2 crashes I sent to Minister? No, I didn't. No, I did not. We took a break from doing that. We're focusing on other things, like the After the Ride podcast, and then some motorcycle training concepts back into it. I figure there's too many crashes out there. Polly, no! Dan, my bike was put on a trailer and stolen out of the parking lot. Any security tips? Can I post flyer link non-squall? I don't know how you're going to post any flyer links here. Security tips. Honestly, join. If you're not in the Discord, you need to join the Discord. The Discord, you can ask that question, and there's plenty of people that do that. That know that answer. We got to get back into it. That's the thing. I got to get back into class. I know. I'm checking the syllabus. Raining's up in here. What are you adding? Another backup? All right, cool. So I got to get into it. Thank you for pausing the music. Nathan, let's go. Come on. Nathan, thank you for pushing the button. Here we go. Boom, bam, 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 boom. Uh-oh. Too much torque. Oh, too much torque. Watch out. Yo, watch out for that guy. Or that, oh, never mind, that guy. Whoa! He wasn't paying attention. Come on, it's a group ride. He had his hand up. You're telling me they couldn't talk to each other on their Bluetooth systems? Oh, going a little wide. Hit the curb. Is that a Hayabusa? You know why they couldn't talk to each other? Because they didn't have a Cardo Bold.
Well, I probably couldn't have done any more than it already was.
Didn't have a Cardo Bold.
Man, you alright?
Link in description. So he hit that around the corner.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He hit the gravel too.
Hit the
Get
gravel.
it up again?
Hey, Justin, sit on that side so we don't swap it over again.
He was the only one that hit the gravel. Out of all those riders, he's the only one that hit it. Out of all of these riders, he's the only one that hit the gravel. Okay?
For the rider to
So
control.
everyone is riding, having a great time. Oh, we hit some gravel somehow, and then we jumped the curb. Huh? Alleged gravel. The alleged gravel. You can't pinpoint it on them. They haven't gone through court yet. It's allegedly the gravel. All right, so we're going to go ahead and... No, I think we just got a little too fast in the corner, saw that we're catching up to our buddies. We didn't have a very good plan in place. We didn't position ourselves for safety. We weren't really paying attention. We were probably in white staged, not ready for this stop. So then we were in the middle of the turn, and then what did we do? We panic broke and had a little brown. Okay? So make sure you guys are paying attention to your total stopping distance. That's very important. So what's happening here is as soon as he perceived it and he saw that he had a bunch of people were catching up too quick and his space cushion was diminishing, he slammed the brakes, it shot him like crazy, and he went straight. So make sure you're paying attention while you're riding. Be in yellow stage. You're prepped and ready. You're zoned in, not zoned out, okay? So he went a little wide, hits that, and dumps the bike. Now that mechanism of injury that we got going on right there with that shoulder, I'm glad he's able to walk around and he's not guarding that shoulder. Oh.
Well, I probably couldn't have done any more than it.
So there goes the Hayabusa, very rare breed of motorcycles. Yaminu would not approve of this one. Hopefully he doesn't see it because it would make him shed a tear a little bit.
Already was.
Yeah, the corner jumped out at him.
Right.
Gravity attacked him. The corner moved,
What happened?
and then the wind blew gravel
Really?
just in front of him.
Yeah.
It's like pocket sand.
The gravel too.
You want to try to get it up again?
Hey, Justin, sit on that side so we don't swap it over again.
It's just a bit sleepy. Grim Hasta, thanks for being you. Hey, Grim Hasta with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. You deserve it. Just one for $20. Okay? All right. Here we go. Rider almost goes off the highway at high speeds. Oh, look at that. Another high speed thing, 150, 160. Here we go, having a great time. We got a left turn coming up. We got a blind turn right here. We're going to go really far wide on the outside. This rider right here was paying attention a little bit better. Couldn't see anything because it was a small little dot on the screen. Oh, there we go. Zoomed in. Thank you, Nathan, for that. And he almost hit the 70-mile-per-hour sign. We're going twice as fast. And thankfully, he's not dead. Thankfully, he's not dead. Very lucky. Probably applied some progressive braking. Just make sure you're doing your slow look, press, and roll. Okay? Slow look, press, and roll is the way you should be doing things. Okay? Now, he probably thought he could do his trail braking, but didn't turn out very well for you. Let's go and take a look. We're going a little bit fast here. So rider almost goes off at highway speeds. It's not highway speeds. We're going a little too fast there. So this rider right here recognized he can't go around these vehicles. He doesn't want to swerve far right just to maintain that turn. So he's going to slow down right here. The guy in the front's probably calling him names like he's a little wuss. Probably looking back, flipping him off, saying, hey, I'm going to tell your girlfriend, and then she's going to go for me because I'm better and have a better bike, and it's a naked bike. You have an RR, but whatever. We're going to keep moving on this one. And he's going to go a little bit wide. So now you have the camera footage, and then you can make fun of him later. There it is. Nice and wide. Nice and wide. right. Looks like max wrist. Here we go.
Иди
Where are you
ты
go? Oh,
вон
here we go.
меньше по телефону.
Stop using your phone. Let's smack the mirror, break her hand, possibly get rear-ended.
Идешь.
Let's get into a fight. Yeah.
Слышишь?
Nice fluffy jacket. Let's push him a little bit. Oh, put my phone down. Yeah, we Tarantino'd it. Interesting. I don't really care about this one. So we're going to skip it. It seems like a lot of baloney. Because you know what? We have only smart riders here. Only smart riders here. You guys aren't doing this. You know, I need to create a code of conduct for crew members. It's one thing to be a smart rider. It's another thing to, you know, be a jerk. Oh, he's telling him the mirror costs that much money. That's why you don't do that. That's why I don't do that. Costs like $30.
Не понимаешь или что?
Yeah, because we know
Here we go.
don't we?
Roundabouts, we are in orange stage already. Look around, side of the vehicle, don't move. Okay, good. We're gonna go ahead and move forward.
Right here, Mr. Officer. So are you? No, you're going straight on, are you?
Okay, another intersection, we're at orange stage. We're in orange stage, watch out for anybody getting in front of you. This person decided to cut you off. Good job with the progressive braking. Got himself out of the way. Look forward. We're still in orange stage. And now we are in yellow stage. Very good. Oh, can you turn that off? Thank you. Not much to talk about on this one. I'm going to skip it. All right, new rider out on our Saturday morning break fast ride. Went down on Lilac Road after sideswiping an RV in one of its curves. Cool Breeze, did you make that? Did you say that, or was that a MotoStar's thing? All right, here we go. So we're riding around, having a good time. I need to stop saying that. Nice long curves. That's what she said. And then we're going to go ahead and make, sharp right, sharp left turn coming up. 25 miles per hour. Make sure we're doing our slow look, press, and roll. Looks like we're doing the slow portion and then somebody rolling on the ground portion. That's not what I was talking about. Yamaha decided to crash. Now, we didn't get to see what happened. But remember, slow look, press, and roll. Come on. So what do? Are we going to rescue a rider? Do we have to? So he was stopping traffic very good. So we're riding around having a great time. There is that sharp right, sharp left turn. Very, 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 very important to be paying attention to that. That should be putting you into orange stage. When you're out riding, you are in yellow stage. And then all of a sudden you see this type of sign and you're like, oh crap. Let's go ahead and do an orange stage where we're kind of slowing it down. Okay, we're not going super fast. We're making sure that we are doing our okay, we can't see anything. MotoStar's, put that out of the way. Put that out of the way. Move that. Okay, so now we can see the the text. We're slow look pressing and roll. So we're supposed to be rolling off the throttle just a little bit, looking through the turn. We're starting to initiate that turn, and then we're going to roll on the throttle on the way out. Okay, we're trying to accelerate out of it, but we're not trying to accelerate into it. Now, I understand there is some trail braking problems here. You know, some people like to do trail braking. It's a method of navigating, blah, 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 whatever. It's not really for beginners. Here's the thing. You need to understand slow look, press, and roll before you get into something like this. Make sure you take an advanced class in person to practice that. If anybody's teaching you how to do trail braking online, I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to move on with this one. So this person's going to go ahead and go a little too wide and possibly clipped a vehicle. Let's see what happened. I think you might have clipped, or something happened right there where they did something, because in order for them to maintain, see, they hit a piece. They got some pieces on the ground. In order to stay on this side on a turn that's going that way, you had to hit something and bounce. Either that or they applied the brakes and just fell down. Not good. Not good. There we go. RX Wild Ninja. Hey, Volkswagen Golf.
Reaching the public road as a racetrack, quickly ended his ride by crashing the car. As it turned out later, Pleasant Even is ahead of him.
Hey, look at that uncommon thing in a common situation. We got somebody going in our lane, but you have a side of the vehicle into another vehicle. Woo! So what are we gonna do? This looks like a high mechanism of injury incident where you have a lot of damage to that vehicle. Lots of damage, high mechanism of injury. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna rescue another rider or driver? I would hope so. So right now we gotta remain calm and ensure our own safety. Call 911 and direct traffic and make sure we're safe. Yep, almost hit the back end of that, or almost hit that motorcycle rider. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little too far. Just a little too far. Oh, man. Hey, it's already totaled. Now you just gotta pay a little extra to get it out. It's already totaled. Don't worry about it. A little bit of an oopsie. So this is dangerous. Now, take a look at the road. Look at that nasty stuff. The oil, the fluids. Do you think he's washing that off? Now look at this turn. How fun is that turn? Are you paying attention to the road surface hazards? Because stuff like this happens all the time, and nobody cleans up the oil. It's a slip zone, exactly. I heard him say no loss of conscious. Let's go back. I heard him say no loss of conscious.
Any loss of consciousness? No loss of consciousness.
Doing his assessment. Hey, this is a rookie. Let's go back just a little bit. That's a rookie. Little red shirt. Hey, zip up your vest there. Come on, zip up your vest. Look professional. Red shirt. Yeah, new slip zone, lots of debris, lots of oil in that spot. Oh. Little jump cuts. So there's a lot of damage to this Ford. That driver is probably injured. Let's take a quick look. So they are going to be transporting that patient. There's kids involved. That's not good. Let's take a quick look at what happened specifically. So let's take a look at this. This is a very, 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 very high mechanism of injury. That person up front could easily be having a traumatic brain injury. You see the breaking of the windshield. Sometimes your head actually hits that, and it's called spidering of the windshield. So if you see outward forces and it's spidering out, it's either their head that hit it, or it's the airbag hitting the top of it, hitting the dash. Easily a traumatic brain injury. But you see how it broke the axle here? This person in the Volkswagen Golf was hauling ass. In order to do something like this, you have to be going fast. Now, if we go back, if we go back a little bit, let's take a look at the corner. So we're hauling ass around this corner. So think about that. It's a nice decreasing radius, really good U-turn type corner. And now we're going a little too wide, going a little too wide, going a little too wide. Boom, impact. And we see that with motorcycle riders. They're hauling ass, hauling ass, hauling ass, hauling ass. And then they can't navigate, and then they go off like that. It's exactly what happened to this Volkswagen Golf. Now think about that. You're out riding with a bunch of your friends, riding with a Mazda Miata, and then you got your nice little adventure bike here, and you got dum-dums doing that stuff on weekends, even during the day. But this type of stuff is what gets people killed. And this person was having, a great day with his buddies. Now he went wide, he wasn't paying attention, or he lost control, didn't have good fundamental driving skills, and hit a family vehicle. T-boned a family vehicle. The driver is extremely, is probably hurt. Look at, he said, "Is everything okay?" And then look at his, no, not everyone's okay. Now look at the scene right here. Nobody, there's no EMS, no police, nobody. It's going to take them 10, 15, 20 minutes to even get there. Hopefully somebody call 911. This is where your medical training can kick in and you can actually rescue somebody. Now it says after a moto crash. I get it. But it's for anybody. We need to be really good citizens of your community. We need to be paying attention and helping others. We have to be helping others. We need to remain calm, so we're going to call 911. There's plenty of people around here. You can go ahead and direct and find out if anybody has call 911. You need to ensure your own safety. That's a big thing. So we're going to have people around the corner slowing down traffic, around this corner slowing down traffic, and then we're going to start wearing our gloves. Inside of the rescue kits that we have, it has a nice little Smart Rider patch, by the way. Little Smart Rider patch. We got our trauma shears. Now our gloves are right on the top. So we give you a medium and an XL. I don't know what size hands you got, but you can always put more in. I do. I put a bunch of medium-sized gloves because I got small hands. And this whole thing right here, jeez, can somebody fix that? We got it right here. It's inside your kit. We got plenty of stuff to be able to help out at least 2 people in here. We got 2 tourniquets, a bunch of 4x4s, a bunch of 5x9s, which are the abdominal pads, Mercy blanket, at least 2 gloves, trauma shears. We have roll gauze. We have a miniature Sharpie so you can write the time on the tourniquets. We have a CPR mask, a whistle, 2 triangular bandages. Lots of stuff jam-packed inside this thing. So in order to save somebody, you need to have that medical training. Now, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later today with Prep Medic. But if you want to know more about that, make sure you subscribe to Motorcycle Training Concepts. We're going to have more videos on that. We're going to have rescue training on that channel. But if you want to go ahead and chitty chat with all of us, we're over here on the Discord. Make sure you guys join. This is a heavy mechanism of injury. This is not good at all for that driver that got T-boned. That's a lot of compartment intrusion. You got to remain calm, buddy. So we're going to ensure our own safety at this point. We're going to go ahead and pull off onto the side road.
Oh, whoa.
There's nobody in the vehicle. So whenever there's an accident like that, pull the emergency brake or put wheel chocks. So I would have put that piece of debris behind the tires because that kind of stuff happens. And that's actually injured and killed a few firefighters and police officers where it rolled into them and pinned them between a vehicle and they died from the trauma. So, you know, poor kid having to deal with that. Now we got a lot of debris on the ground in the middle of this turn, across all lanes. You got oil, fluids. Thankfully, police and fire are on scene. I want to see inside that vehicle. Loss of consciousness. That's probably the captain. But we could have been saving somebody. So right now, they're going to be going in from that side. He's going to be getting the gurney to them. They got a backboard situated. Of course, they got the rookie to hold it for everybody. And then they're going to see collar in his hand, and they're going to be getting that person out and then taking him to the hospital. Not good. We're going to move on. Thundercat Saga. All right, so we're going to be in orange stage. Hey, you need to slow down. Slow down. Side of the pedestrian. Interesting. We lost a wheel? The lug nut rule doesn't apply to him because he doesn't have any. All right, moving on. Sprocket head riding through the green, doing okay. Big open lane, 40-mile-an-hour zone. We got any uncommon thing in a common situation? We have a motor vehicle accident. He's rescuing another person. I love to see this. Now, I know a lot of people like to pull over just to get some footage. I want you guys to have that medical training too.
You okay?
I'm all right.
He's all right.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the compartment intrusion a little bit.
Okay.
Leave him in there. No, leave him in the car. He's probably the safest in the car right there. Go ahead and, well, if you want. I mean, you don't know what kind of injuries he has.
It's alright. It happens.
He could have leg injuries from that. His knees could be damaged. That's a lot of impact right there. Looks like he accelerated out of this area
Let me see
and hit somebody in the side.
And get it over here. Is that okay?
Tried.
You tried?
Yeah. Try it, please.
You just put yourself in a dangerous spot. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. You want them to be able to take pictures of the incident so they can take this to their insurance. I get that you want to open up the flow of traffic, and usually that's what cops like to do. But this is not our job, and it puts us in danger. Remember, it's their mercy, not ours. You want to leave the cars there so that they can get pictures for the insurance, so that this is actually a public road, so the police want to do their investigation. Nobody's hurt, so they could just get off on the side of the road. When the police officer says, hey, let's move your vehicle, that's when you move your vehicle. That's what you should be doing.
The end. I hope you've enjoyed.
Yes, I did, MotoStar's. Looks like we got another one. Rainen's giving me some more work. All right. These looks say it all. When bikers are in trouble. All right, bikers are in trouble. Let's take a look at when bikers are in trouble. I wish I could ship to Canada. We're working on some of that stuff. We are working on some of that. It's just right now there's just so many other things that we're working on. So many different things. We're building out the team. We're gonna get it going. We'll get it going. Let's play some music real quick. No, we can't. All right. Well, let's just push the button. Push the button. I got 30 more minutes. 30 minutes until the After the Ride podcast starts. It is on the Discord server. Make sure you guys join the Discord. The Discord is absolutely free. Somebody do !Discord so that Nightbot can earn its wage. When aren't they in trouble? Exactly, right? I mean, Slick Ninja, it's like weird. It's like bikers are in trouble all the time. Damn, everybody's gonna do it. All right, let's see what happens. Samantha got to it sooner than everybody else. Belize, Ryan Sutherland, how you doing? I've been posting a lot on the crew section of the Discord. So check out the crew lounge. Hey, Alien 8, how did you find that? Doesn't look the same. Doesn't look the same. Doesn't look the same, buddy. Not me. Not me. Nope. Not me. So it looks like Prep Medic just text messaged me. He says we got more videos. Says we got more videos. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I should play some of those today. Maybe that explains why everything was slowing down for a quick second. Because I've been downloading them. Yep. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to get started soon. I just want to... Oh, I shouldn't be messing around with that. It's going to mess up. So he's got the CPR shield, sling and swath, a holding pressure, a space blanket, and trauma shears. Thank you so much, Prep Medic. We will be getting into that today when you guest on the live stream. Okay? Let's just go ahead and get going. I forgot we got a guest instructor. Bam, beam, boom, boom. MotoStar's, here we go. One sec, I forgot to change the ducking. I need to find a button to do that. All right, here we go. David Mendoza. Remember, space cushions and escape routes. What is your escape path? What is your escape path? Big open spot, big open spot. And we hit a Prius. Again, with the Priuses.
Man, this is my insurance policy.
So when it comes to something like this, just take a quick look. We have terrible line of sight. You can't see what's in front of this vehicle. You can't really see what's in front of that vehicle. You can't see where the tires are. You can't see the brake lights. You can't see their turn signals. You can't see nothing. So you need to have a really good escape path. And what is the escape path when it comes to lane filtering? It's going to be a lot of braking or acceleration. So in order to really brake properly, you need to have good progressive braking. Now, you're going to be practicing that by watching some motorcycle training concepts videos, okay? Motorcycle Training Concepts is our training organization that we utilize. Boom, it's right there. Link's going to be in the description for that. But you're going to have a lot of issues. You don't have a good line of sight. You can't see very far. You can't have, you don't have nothing, okay? So we shouldn't be hauling ass through here. We need to be playing with, the board game, with the board that we're, what am I talking about? Anyways, moving on. We're going to get up to here, and that is the pattern that I'm talking about all the time. Let's go ahead and make myself bigger. There we go. That's what she said. We have this big open spot. Big open spot. We also have one right here. So this truck could also come into here. Okay, you got to watch out for that. But right here, we got a big open spot, and that's what's in front of us. We have a long line here. People want to move into different spots where they deem it is good. Now, the reason why this truck probably is not moving here is because they have a big open spot here. It's obviously going to go farther. This person wants to switch over, or the Prius in front. You can't see the Prius in front. You can't. You have a terrible line of sight when it comes to that. So what we should be doing is we should be in orange stage when it comes to this. Orange stage, where we specifically identified a hazardous situation. How do we do that? Well, we have to plan our ride. Okay, we have to plan a ride. We need to position ourselves for safety, locate potential hazards, adapt to them by just kind of moving over lane positions if we need to, and then navigate around those threats. And we all learned that from our Smart Rider Basic Training ebook. Okay, link is in the description. Get yourself the ebook. You'll learn everything about the Smart Rider principles that's on the screen. Let's go ahead and move on with this one. Okay, so he's going to apply a little bit of progressive brake pressure, but we need to swerve. That is where the red stage maneuver comes in. Action time, you're on high alert, either swerve or emergency brake. Now, braking is only going to do so much when it comes to your total stopping distance. I'm going to stop pushing buttons. Total stopping distance. So we need to actually swerve out of the way. It's very difficult to swerve out of the way because look at where we start to do it. Where are we going to go? So we're going to have to swerve to the right and then hopefully get back into this area. So we're going to swerve and then go that way. That hurt a little bit. But we clipped it. We're having a bad day. And it's a Prius.
I get it, man. This is my insurance policy.
Here we go. Hit them. Another lane filtering problem. How many times do we have to deal with this? You guys can't be hauling ass while lane filtering. Now we're on a scooter this time, or is it the same person? No, it's not. So we're gonna be riding through here. We're gonna get into a lane filtering position. Nope, not yet.
I get it, man. This is my insurance policy.
All right, so we're gonna be going through here. We're going pretty fast, and there is that big open gap that I was talking about. You couldn't do anything, and there's no reaction time here. No reaction time. Boom. Hit him. That's a lane filtering problem. Make sure you guys aren't going super fast and only lane filter when you need to. You don't have to get to the front all the time. CVO Dean, here we go. Whoa. Big open lane, big open lane. This is like the big open lane video right here. Holy crap. I think I may be to blame, and I know I threw myself into her blind spot. Exactly. Hey, I'm glad you did your own after action review. It's very important that you do your own. Okay? It's very important. Now, a lot of you guys are like, what is the after action review? What is that? Well, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. We're going over what happened, how it happened, and hopefully we don't make that same mistake ourselves. Got a little blurry. So, we're going to go ahead and do a head check, and there's that big open lane, big long line. We get into here, blinkers right there. They can't see us. They didn't anticipate that we're going to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and do a red stage maneuver. And I know I've been popping that stuff on the screen, so what is it? We got a white stage, we're zoned out. Yellow stage, we're zoned in. That's the typical riding mentality, is zoning in, so we're always in yellow stage. Orange stage is intersections and corners or anything that you deem as hazardous. You're kind of prepped and ready. You're on high alert. Red stage, you need to swerve or emergency brake, and that is what he's doing right here. He's swerving. He's swerving. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's finding his escape path. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But brown stage, we see a lot of that, and I haven't seen any today. Knock on wood. I don't want to see any. That's when people panic brake. They slam the brakes, or they target fixate and run right into the thing they're looking at. He's doing a good job right here with the swerve. and he swerved out of the way. Let's see that one more time. Swerve.
Whoa!
Good. Just don't rev bomb. Just don't rev bomb. So I like that right here is I know I threw myself into it, into her blind spot. Yeah. Is that it? All right, we're going to power through these. We don't have a lot of time. Here we go.
And messy drive.
This is, hey, Rainin, this is where we're going to do all the intro faces and the woes and ooh. All right, here we go. We're going to, so we're going to get all 10 that you need. Oh, yeah. Do some squats. All right, here we go. Here we go.
This situation.
All right, doing some wheelies, having some fun on 2 wheels and 1 wheel. You know, it should be 4 and 2, but whatever. Are we gonna crash? Oh! Whoa! He almost got ran over by his buddies. Well, he did get run over by his buddies. All right, we're gonna move on with our day. We have nice helmet and Ramon 22R with a ram mount. Get a rock for him, buddy. All right, so red light. Hopefully nobody hits us from behind. We have a side of the vehicle up ahead. We got to be lots of traffic up ahead. We got to be paying attention. Hey! Okay, now we're gonna go on with our day. Whoa, watch out for that. And we're gonna get ourselves a Starbucks. All right, sun in the eyes. Not a lot.
Moment that he knew.
Oh, hit a pothole. Oh, he couldn't see that road hazard in time. Now we got a dented rim, and we can't do nothing. Okay, here we go. Totaled it in HD. Very nice. Crest of the hill. We got a vehicle. Nope, we're going to go super wide, and we're going to hit the fucking wall. Why'd he do that? He's only going 35. 31 now. He's probably going slower now. Oh, he needed a bath. Okay. So
attention was enough for the bike
80
not to be able to notice the car braking.
Look at the line of sight. Line of sight. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, a little love tap. Not too bad. Just don't look. Don't look. Just look the other way and right. I'm just kidding. I don't condone hit and runs. Don't do that. So he wasn't paying attention to his total stopping distance and smacked into the back of her. SP Moto. Okay, we're looking at our blind spot. What's in front of us, though? What's in front of us? Can't see anything. You're looking down. Don't look down. Look up. Oh, somebody got hit in the mirror. We'll go rescue him. There you go. Go get your rescue kit and go over there and see if they need assistance. Oh, we're just going to take off. Oh, no, we're going to just... Hey, remain calm to ensure his own safety, right? RES, stop major bleeds. Q's, quickly assess severity. I combine a lot of words. Try to shorten it up. It doesn't work. What happened, buddy? Lost our top case. Hopefully not too much damage. Come on, lift it up. Lift, 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 lift. All back. Twist. No, that's not right. Alright, trying to hit us with car. With a car. Okay. Good spot. Good line of sight. What are we doing there off to the right? Don't know. It's a red light. Okay, we're gonna get into the middle of the intersection. Hey! Hey! Don't do that. So neighborhoods are really good to practice in, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be practicing. Looks like we're causing some problems for the people in this neighborhood. Whoa! See, now we're just escalating it. Let's see what happens. Who's gonna win? Your two little wheels, or this big SUV, big relative to them. Okay. What are we doing here? Just let them drive forward. You almost hit that rock. You guys, okay. You guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. Why'd you even post this? Why even post this? Like, is there an audience for this? Is there like people? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, oh, we're already on the ground.
Ignore the red light, leaving this biker with no chance. Unfortunately, there is no recording of the entire situation because the rider turned on the camera only after the whole event.
Okay.
Your neck, okay?
Make sure you rescue another rider.
Wait, I want to make sure that you're okay. What's your name?
Daniel.
I'm Jennifer, okay?
Hi, Jennifer.
I just want to make sure that they come so I can check you out.
Okay.
No, I'm okay. I'm just a little scratched up.
I'm just sleepy.
Just relax.
I think I got a little brown in my pants, though.
Wait, you don't.
Don't move. Don't.
Okay. Just wait. Let them check you out, okay? Just to make sure. When they come, they can tell you can get up, okay?
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. She's rescuing him. She's rescuing him.
Is my bike okay?
No. No, I'd care if you're hurt. I care if you're hurt. The DanDanTheFireman crew will take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
I think so too.
I feel fine. Like I could get up for you guys. Snow.
All right, we're gonna skip that. Not much. Oh. Stop pushing the buttons. I kind of want to Photoshop myself inside with the group. Look at this guy. That's Adam Sandler.
You remove your helmet without moving your neck too much. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, try.
Oh. This is going to be a good video. I can already tell. I can already tell. Hey, what's up? Don't fall down. What are you doing? JCVD, what the hell was that all about? All right, so we're stunting in a safe area. Okay, we got no hazards around us. He's being a smart rider. As much as I tell you guys, hey, don't stunt and whatnot, as long as you manage the risk. Now, obviously, he could be wearing some gear, but the biggest concern is going to be any other hazards hitting him. Okay? We do have a link for gear in the description, DanDanTheFireman.com/beginner gear. I missed that one. I dodged it. Yeah, you know, he's being a smart rider for what he's doing, right? Smart stunter. How about that? Beardy. I want to see what his beard looks like. Oh, sun in the eyes. Can't see anything. There's that uncommon thing in a common situation. Nice little tip-and-tap on the window. And move on with your day. Hit and run, baby. All right. Yes, I know it's the wrong bike for this event, but it's the bike I have. Hey. You seen my Harley go off-road? All right, what's this? 1, 0. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot deeper than I thought. Oh, no. I've never done that because we don't get water in Yuma, Arizona, but I have crashed into a bush.
Yeah, good.
Oh, he's actually doing a real event.
Can't believe I put the GoPro on for the second time.
I can't fault this guy for doing this. He literally put himself in a competition with that bike for off-road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Put the GoPro on for the second time.
You don't, Matthew, you don't know what JCVD is? Jean-Claude Van Damme, buddy. Best dancer in the world. Look him up. Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing. Got the best moves. Here we go. We're going to go through here. We got it. Keeps freezing. roundabout. Oh, side of the vehicle. Definitely. Now find that escape path and moved around, and we are good to go.
And you just flew out in reverse onto this pup.
I really don't care about this. There's a wall of text. I'm not going to read that. Condense it a little bit. What is going on? You know, I don't care. All right, looks like we are done with that. Looks like we're done with that. Whew. We have a guest instructor today. Let's go ahead. Can somebody turn off the lights for me? Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and get this situated. Let me go ahead and go over here. Let's do this. Let's save it. I haven't seen this video yet, so hopefully it's really good, which I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's really good. Let me get to the drive. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So we're going to learn about how to hold pressure on a wound. What's up, DivX? How you doing?
Hey guys, my name's Sam from the YouTube channel Prep.
Hey, Sam. It looks like you got a haircut. Looks really good. Everybody keep it down. We're going to go through this for the next 2.5 minutes. Make sure you guys are joining the After the Ride podcast on the Discord. Everybody say hi to Sam. Do a hi, Sam. Or do hi, Prep Medic. H-I, Prep Medic. Just in case you don't know how to spell it. All right, here we go.
Medic, and in this video I'm going to be going through stopping non-life-threatening bleeding. So most of the time when somebody gets hurt, it is not the massive arterial hemorrhage that we were talking about with the tourniquet application and the wound packing. However, we still have to control that bleeding because it can become more serious over time, and we have to wrap it to make sure it is not going to succumb to infection. So in front of you, I have a couple different pieces of supplies. So over here we've got 4x4 gauze. I think this is actually 5x5. And this is very, very common. It's very easy to apply. So this is not for your really quick paper cut, but if somebody has a laceration, abrasion on their arm, this will come in handy for you. It's made so that the fibers are not going to come off in the wound and you can apply pretty good pressure over it. So to control bleeding with a 5x5 pad, it's really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to identify the site of the injury. I'm going to be taking this pad and I'm just going to press down as hard as I can. Now, the longer we keep pressure, the better for these patients. If the wound is slightly larger or if it's on their chest, abdomen, and doesn't require a chest seal, we have this guy here. Now, this is an abdominal pad or a combi pad, and it's just a little bit heavier duty. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this side here, we're going to put this over the wound, and same thing, we're going to hold it really secure over the wound for as long as we can. Now, we don't oftentimes have the luxury of just keeping that direct pressure with our hands. So if we have somebody that we need to move, or you have to finish your ride, something else like that, we can take our gauze, we have it in place, we're going to hold pressure, and then we can take roller gauze or cling, acrylics, whatever you want to call it, and we can wrap this on here with a little bit of pressure being held. So because I am a one-man show, I've actually already started wrapping this right here, and we're going to wrap it around itself, make sure it sticks to itself. We're going to keep this relatively tight. Now I want to start low, distal on this arm and work my way up. That's just going to keep from pressing a lot of that venous blood into my hands. It'll just make it less uncomfortable for the patient. And we're going to wrap a couple times around that initial site. We're going to slowly wrap up the wound. Now I want to make sure both sides of this bandage here are covered by the gauze. I don't want to be just wrapping the center of the gauze. That'll make it really easy to fall out. And when we're done, we don't actually even need tape. We're going to take this, we can hold up a portion of the gauze just like so, and we can squeeze this through it. That's going to hold that secure. We can cut the rest of the gauze off. You can put it away to be used later in that ride if maybe this becomes soiled. So for more motorcycle related first aid videos, you can watch the rest of the content in this playlist.
Thank you for the lights. Thank you, Sam. I don't want to pause it on that when you're just having your eyes closed. I know how that feels. This is Sam, Prep Medic. You notice he's got all the cool stuff in the back. I wish we had some cool looking gear like that for motorcyclists. But that was just that one video. We're going to have 10 videos from him on the Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. We have a link to that in the description. I'm going to show you guys one more before we get into the Discord.
Hey guys, my name's Sam from the YouTube channel Prep Medic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a sling and a swath for an upper extremity injury. So a sling is just a piece of fabric that's meant to support.
Real quick, we do have 2 triangular bandages, the one that he's mentioning right now, inside the rescue kit. So we're going to go ahead and look at it.
Support an arm that's been injured. This can be a radius ulna fracture, humerus fracture, shoulder problem, or clavicle. It's oftentimes supplemented by a splint and just helps that hold it into the body so that it's not moving around causing more pain. A swath is another piece of cloth that goes around the body and holds that in, just keeps this kind of movement from happening. So to actually make a sling and a swath, you're going to need triangular bandages. So these are cravats. These ones were pre-made. You can make these yourself out of bed sheets as well.
We have those.
You can just get the dimensions from online. So the first thing to do is to identify the one odd out triangle edge. You're going to take this and we're going to tie a knot in this. So this will be a support for the elbow as we're trying to rest that in the sling. Now both of these ends are going to be the straps that go around the head. So I'm going to have the patient take their arm and hold it in a position of comfort. Usually they'll like this up on their body. This is kind of guarding, it's self-splinting, and we're going to try to put this right in this position. So obviously when we're doing this, it's good to have more than one person doing it. However, because I'm alone, I'm going to elicit some help from the patient just so that I'm not moving around any more than necessary. So for this, I'm going to bring this guy up under that. You can encompass the wrist or not, depending on what the injury is. Just make sure you always have access to that hand. Now we have 2 ends, and I'm going to get this guy right underneath the elbow, and I'm going to take both of these ends, and now we're going to go on either side of the patient, tie it behind their neck. So if you want to turn around here really quick. So back here, we can tie this just so it's supporting the arm. I don't want to be wrenching this up, pulling this out of position, and we're going to tie it. Now you get style points if you can tie a square knot back here, but I oftentimes forget to do that. It's just a little bit easier to take off. So now we have your basic sling, and this oftentimes will be good enough if you're not doing a ton of walking around, but best practice is going to be to add a swath to that. So for this, we're going to take another triangular bandage. We're just going to have it nice and wide, and we're going to tie it around this arm. Now we try not to go over the actual injury site because this is going to apply some pressure, and all this is doing is keeping this arm into the body. So if you want to turn around again. So back here, we're going to take this, and then we're going to tie another knot, tie it relatively tight, and just keep that in place like so. So now we have this arm completely packaged, and like I said, this could be supplemented with a splint if it's radius ulna or over the humerus. And there's some different ways to splint if you're talking about a clavicle injury, but we're not going to go into that on this video. For more motorcycle-related first aid videos, check out the other videos within.
Guys, we have a 10 video playlist coming up soon on Motorcycle Training Concepts. I'm super excited. Sam from Prep Medic did an amazing job with these videos. Let me know if you want to have more videos from him. I think he's a great instructor. I think he has very good, he looks kind of mean right now, but he's a great instructor, great YouTube channel. Check him out. Please, please, please. Very good. We have 10 videos from him. We know how to use a tourniquet. We know how to do the sling and swath like this. We know how to do direct pressure, packing the wound. We got so many more videos that we definitely could be utilizing to make us safer as rescue riders. So make sure you guys join the Discord. I'm going to be bringing it up right now. So let's go ahead and do this. And we got, oh, you can't look at that. I was setting it up. Let's go ahead and get ready. All right. So right now we're waiting for the stage to start. So I'm going to, oh, yep. Let's go ahead and switch. Yeah, I got some Jabras. I used to have, what was it? Raycons? but I decided to get these. I wanted to upgrade. So let me go ahead and fix some things while we're getting situated here. Let's go ahead and play some music while we're waiting. Nope, can't do that. Oop. So we got some music. We're going to get started here. I'm going to take off audio ducking. I don't want people to miss their audios. Yeah, make it public, Rainin. I don't know. See, like, that's the thing, is we're going to have to figure all that stuff out. We do have an audio engineer going to be joining the team real soon. So I'm excited for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start the event. There it is. I'm going to be checking the After the Ride podcast text section. Let me know if you're in the text section, if you can hear me well out of all these people right here. We can hear you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Jabra is okay. I prefer Bangin' Olofsson. What? Yeah, there's going to be new content, Samantha. We're doing a... Whoa. Okay. I just wanted to play some music. There's going to be more. This is a community-led podcast. We're slowly allowing people to get in. I'm hearing double. I think it's intentional because, yeah, YouTube. So if you guys want to watch it on YouTube or you want to listen to it in here, you might want to do one or the other because you're going to get an echo. So 4 p.m. is when we start. Okay, I paused the music. Paused the music. All right. So let's take a look. So we got this many people. I think we have a... Can everybody get in? Can everybody get in? Go ahead and find out in the lounge. Because typically we have like 40 plus people. Typically we have 40 plus people. And right now... So view channel. There we go. Let's see. You're in. Very good. Looks all good so far. Looks good so far. There we go. I think we just needed some more people. It's still members only. Stage top right near public. Oh, that's just stage discovery. Anybody that can listen. Only members of your server can join. So you got to be on the server. You got to be on the server to join. Yeah, I literally learned that with you just now. You see how I was able to spin it? I was able to spin it pretty good. All right, we're just gonna get going because we gotta do this. We gotta start. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna be talking about today is 5 ways to become a more confident motorcycle rider. This is very important for you to actually get on the road, because if you're not confident in whatever you're doing, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes because you're not thinking about the right things. Okay. So are you new to riding? A little bit nervous? Not very confident in your skills? All right. Let's go ahead and discuss some tips that will help you out. So confidence is a feeling of trust in yourself and your abilities. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We have to get the definition out of the way. If you're good at controlling your motorcycle, you will have a more enjoyable ride. If you're less proficient, you might go beyond your comfort zone. So how do we get that comfort? How do we get that confidence? We have to know how to control our motorcycle. That's the fundamental skills of being a smart rider, maintaining your fundamental skills. So parking lot practice, taking the class, an MSF BRC 1, or wherever you can, the CBT, maybe a total control, the CMSP, whatever it is that you're at. The main thing here is to make sure that you are actually getting that fundamental skill training, and you're going to start to become more and more confident. Now, that's not going to be the end all be all. You need to also do some continuing education, maybe take a more advanced class, an intermediate class even, or just practice those fundamental skills. We do have some videos on motorcycle training concepts that will help you out with that. You can do it in a parking lot, doing a nice little section of pavement. but make sure you maintain those skills and keep them up to date. All right. Another thing that I like to do, this is tip number 2, is I like to learn from other people's mistakes. I know a lot of you guys watch this one, this channel, DanDanTheFireman. He's a pretty handsome guy and everything, but he goes over motorcycle crashes and close calls and using the after action review process. So what that means is that we like to watch, I'm DanDanTheFireman, by the way. We like to watch motorcycle crashes and close calls because we get to see the mistake that led to that. We get to see the ego. We get to see the problems leading up to it. Was it a road hazard? Was it a vehicle pulling out of an intersection during a left turn in front of you? Was there sun in your eyes when you made that turn and it really messed you up and you went wide? Whereas speed, a huge factor. Too much speed is the problem. Too little speed is the problem. The right amount of speed, that Goldilocks speed, is not a problem. You need to have a certain amount. So motorcycle riders die or get injured for many reasons. I want to do the opposite, so I'm going to learn from others, okay? The main thing here is going to be the fact that some people don't think they need to learn because they never had to witness it or feel it or be a part of it. So we need to go ahead and stop being naive. We need to understand that motorcycle riding is inherently dangerous. Walking your dog out, at dusk and at dawn is inherently dangerous in the desert Southwest. You're going to have rattlesnakes. So you understand that wherever you are, there's going to be some form of a hazard involved in that time and place. Just because it hasn't happened to you doesn't mean it won't. So let's stop being naive, okay? I don't like the whole situation of it's not if, but when you crash. I don't believe in that. I don't accept that as a way of life when it comes to motorcycle riding. So what I like to do is focus on what other people have done wrong, and I absolutely make sure I don't do that. Okay, an inflated ego is a big problem. That's part of that Dunning-Kruger effect where people that don't have a high amount of skill or knowledge think they actually have a high amount of skill or knowledge, and those that have a high skill or knowledge actually are worried that they're going to be looked at as being a charlatan. That's the best way I can put it. Being a charlatan, and then they start having the imposter syndrome kicking in. So those that have a higher skill, higher knowledge, tend to understand that in order to even get there, there's a lot of work involved. The people with the Dunning-Kruger and the lower skill, having the big ego, thinking they're already there. So if you ever get to a point where you feel like you're already there, you don't need to learn anymore, or you've already mastered everything that you've been taught, well, there's dozens, if not hundreds, of other things that you should probably be learning that you don't even know about. So don't have an inflated ego. Having inexperience is one thing that can lead to your own mistakes. I understand I'm not the best at things. So in order for me to get more and more experience, I have to have that beginner's mind and move towards that. So getting more classes, understanding where I am in time and space and where my skill set is, it allows me to gain more and more and more experience. Exactly, Rokusho, there's always something more to learn. False confidence from intoxication. We're still on the learning from others' mistakes. These are all mistakes that other people make, and drinking and riding is a huge cause of motorcycle crashes. You have drinking, and then you have speeding with it. So you have that false confidence. It could be alcohol, it could be cannabis, it could be other intoxicants that can cause riding issues. Many accidents are just caused by an intoxicant, something that you're not supposed to be having in your body. It could also be sleepy riding, drunk riding, whatever it is. It's going to mess with your cognitive ability to be situationally aware, which is what you absolutely need to be able to not crash. So we're going to go into number 3, and it kind of leads right into it. Focus on the mental skills. A lot of people like to focus on the physical skills. It's very quantifiable. It's something that's like, hey, you got to do a U-turn in a 20-foot box. You can't do it. You don't do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's simple as that. But nobody really talks about, when was the moment you saw that hazard? Let's go ahead and put a timestamp on that. When did you see that side of the vehicle coming out? Did you see the pothole while you were looking at the other thing? Where nobody talks about the mental skills. Okay, if you can't see the hazard, you can't avoid the hazard. So people think mental doesn't involve the eyes. If you ever look at the eyes and the brain and how they're connected, your eyes are part of your brain. They're just on the outside. That's really what it is. So making sure you can see things, making sure you know what you're supposed to be looking for is very important. All the physical ability in the world won't remedy poor judgment, or the inability to manage challenging situations. That's a pretty strong statement. I forgot where I got it. But a good motorcycle rider may not be the best at tricky maneuvers or the fastest through the curves, but he or she can manage highly stressful situations such as an intersection. Intersections are pretty dangerous, pretty scary, and that's why we go into orange stage going into it. If you want to learn more about the color code chart, please check out Motorcycle Training Concepts. I have a video on that. We're going to move on, okay? Being motivated to learn is a very difficult thing. This is tip number 4 on how to become a more confident rider. So you have to actually be motivated. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, I just want to listen to, this podcast. It's really nice, great voice and everything. I just want to watch, YouTube videos, but I actually don't want to go out and practice. It's very hard to be motivated because now you got to put your gear on. You got to find a parking lot. You got to, actually put fuel on the bike. You have to do your T-clocks. You have to make sure everything is in order. It's a lot of work, and it's very hard to be motivated to do a lot of work. So this is why you have to develop that habit. Okay. So constantly read, constantly listen, constantly watch everything. Boom, you got that first portion down. Now you have to actually go out and do it. Okay. You need to know the ins and outs. Okay. You need to know how to ride in a stressful spot, in a non-stressful spot, in a dangerous area, not dangerous area. You need to recognize when it is dangerous, when it's not. Okay. I need you to practice. Very, very important. The next thing to become a more confident rider is to challenge yourself. Now, when things are hard for you, that means you're learning. When things are easy, that is a good cue in your brain that you shouldn't be doing this. You need to find the more advanced version of what it is you're doing. Because when it comes to an emergency situation, you're going to go to the lowest level of your training. And right now, when you're actually thinking about how to do something, like you're in the parking lot trying to think, okay, I got to swerve once I pass these cones, and that's all you're focused on, and you're not really paying attention to real life scenarios, you're just kind of doing the cone stuff. Yeah, that's great. That's great. But when it comes time for you to actually use it, I hope you practiced enough to where it becomes second nature, and you're not even looking at the cones. You're just going straight, you swerve. You're going straight, you apply the brakes. You're not looking at your hands when you do progressive brake pressure. You're constantly scanning. You don't even look at your hands or your feet or nothing on your body, to the dash, nothing when you're out riding. You're just using your peripheral vision. That's the next step for a beginner rider. Going from looking at your hands, looking at the dash, to not looking at your hands and not looking at the dash, and you're just looking at the horizon. You're scanning for blind spots. You're looking at your mirrors. You're telling yourself, hey, this should be an orange stage maneuver. Hey, this is something where I see a side of the vehicle, uncommon thing in a common situation. There's always more and more and more you can do, so challenge yourself. When challenged, we're in the zone and focused. That allows for greater enjoyment and confidence building. So if a ride is challenging for you because you're having to stay focused, well, you're just becoming better and better and better. Okay? Grow incrementally. Do not take too much on. That is a big thing. A lot of people like to max out on their lifts at the gym every single day, and they start tearing muscles, start tearing ligaments, and then they burn out, and they don't know why they're not growing. They get injured. Same thing with parking lot practice. Same thing with situational awareness practice. You have to take it nice and slow, incrementally. Okay? Those are the 5 ways to become a more confident motorcycle rider. So confidence is feeling of trust in yourself and your abilities. We're going to be learning from other people's mistakes. We're focusing on the mental skills. We need to be motivated to learn, and we need to challenge ourselves. Being a smart rider is part of that. Seeking out and recognizing hazardous situations, maintaining your fundamental skills, acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment, rescuing another rider, teaching and mentoring other motorcycle riders. So in order to be confident in what you're doing, you have to be able to teach it to somebody. Not all of it, but just enough. And you'll realize how much more you need to learn when you start to teach somebody. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be opening it up to anybody in the stage. So what we do is on the Discord, this is where we host the After the Ride podcast. We're going to bring up people onto the stage. If you want to share something that you think would help newer riders, or even, me, to become a more confident rider, or share what, finally hit that light bulb for you. Where were you when you're practicing in the parking lot, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been dealing with, and I just fixed it, and now I feel like I can do so much more. Let's find that light bulb moment. I want to hear it. I want to hear your story, or if you want to share your own tip, please do so. So, Rainen, if we can bring on one person onto the stage, and then we'll have a nice little chitty chat about that. I think I see Scott. How you doing? Oh, I think I might have messed up. 1 second, Scott. So, Nathan, you're gonna have fun with this one. This is my problem. I think it's the headphone thing. Unless you are muted. Nope, it looks like you might be muted. No, can't hear you. Can anybody else hear him? Write it in the chat. If you can hear Scott, I can't hear him. So it's me. Scott, I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me go ahead. Let me go fix this. I got it. Up. Yep. It is.
Are you new here?
Hey, there we go. I am new. Hey, what are you talking about over here? All right. Finally got it. Yeah, it was on my earbuds. All right, here we go, Scott. I think you did that on purpose.
I would, yeah, of course, absolutely. No, I'm all about the funny.
So 5 ways to become a confident rider. What you got?
Yeah, well, one of the things that I've been dealing with, I think I told you last week about my accident and my scarred up knee and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Is riding in traffic.
Okay.
I mean, I got the skills. It's just I get really nervous when there's a lot of cars around. In fact, today I was going to go for a ride. I went, there's too many cars. I didn't go. And that's something I'm having to work through. And I'm thinking I'm just going to have to go out there when there's traffic and just do it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people don't know what happened last time. We talked about, crashes and whatnot, but we might have some new people in here. You want to share what happened with your crash?
Yeah, I was turning right at the intersection. I slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Went to turn right, and the rear end started to slide out. And then I noobed it and locked up the brakes, and then the bike straightened up and threw me off head first.
Okay, that sounds familiar. I don't want to laugh at it, but holy, you're talking here, so this is a good thing. So
yeah.
So that's the accident, and so now the issue that you're having is getting back into traffic.
Yeah, because I mean, there wasn't a lot of traffic that day, but there were cars around, and now I get into traffic and think, well, what if I wipe out here and a car hits me, or and that's on the back of my head. It's not conscious; it's subconscious.
Yeah.
But I was told in the military, well, then if you're afraid of something, then face it. You got to deal with it. Well, yeah, but there's a certain part of anxiety you got to get over first, and that's what I'm having the hurdle.
Okay. So when you start your ride, because you're riding right now, right?
Yeah.
So do you like leave the neighborhood, and then where's the areas that you start to get that anxiety?
Well, in the neighborhood it's not bad. But as soon as I get on, there's one busy road right by my house.
Okay.
It's 35. Everybody goes 50. And there's a lot of stoplights, and there's a lot of turns in and outs from parking lots, from stores and stuff. And the people, of course, there, they're going 50 and they don't look, they just pull out and go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, again, I know what to look for. I've ridden it in traffic a couple times already and haven't had a problem. It's just there's always that nagging thing in the back, and I'm trying to find a way to practice riding in traffic without having that anxiety back there bugging me.
So you already know what to do, and I ask a lot of questions. So you know what to do. You know what to look for. You understand that people are driving fast in that area. You understand the environment that you're about to get into, but you still have that nagging, confidence stealing voice in the back of your head. Correct?
Yeah, the little a-hole in my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you really just take a step back after you say that, and it's very easy for me because I'm hearing it, and it's not my emergency type of a thing, but I
Right.
see where things are starting to lay out. The problem is that you're not able to do that, or you're not doing it right now. Is when you step back and you tell yourself, I know this, I know this, I know this. Why am I still dealing with this? And just like you said, when you're in the military, you gotta face it. You just have to face it. You already have the skills, you have the knowledge, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You just have to do it. Now, you want to do it in as safest environment as possible. So, now we can start thinking of time of day. when there's heavy traffic, at lunchtime, maybe at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, first thing in the morning. So heavy traffic, people going to work, having lunch. I know, well, I don't know, what your schedule is, but being able
I
to
work nights. I work nights and weekends.
nights and weekends. Okay. So that means you get the earlier part of the days to.
Yeah, I get Monday and Tuesdays off. Monday, Tuesday nights off.
Okay. So what I would do is during the day, like around 10 a.m., maybe even 3 p.m., where there's gonna be less traffic, so you're gonna have less of those hazards, to go ahead and get on that road and just go up and down it before it gets busy. And once you get confident there, go into where it's more of a heavier traffic. And the reason why I brought up the neighborhood thing is that the neighborhood, there's like no traffic. It's just a lot of people that are going to be pulling in and out of their driveways. But for the most part, nobody's doing that all the time. So you're able to still practice your 25 mile per hour, stops at the stop sign. You're able to turn around certain streets. You can still see sides of the vehicles, people pulling out of their driveways. That's like an intersection. But that you're past that now. Typically,
Right.
people have to get to that after a crash. So you already got to it, and you know what you're supposed to be doing. So then now get into that busy street with the time of day where there's less traffic, and then the next step after that is to go when there is a lot of traffic, and before you know it, you're gonna not even have that nagging thing in the back of your head. But you're right. You got to dive into that, man.
Yeah, and I think that's going to being a better rider, challenging yourself. When you look at something and say, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that," well, then that means you need to work towards doing it.
Yeah. And I see in the YouTube chat right now, Dream Machine, by the way, very good comment. The anxiety is just trying to keep you safe, except that it's normal and it's a good thing rather than trying to fight it. So kind of like ride that wave of like, hey, it's telling me that there's a possible hazard, so stay zoned in, and then you start to relax a little bit more. Don't get complacent, but you get to start to relax a little bit more. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for jumping on the stage. If there's anything else you want to mention, please do so right now before we get the next person up here.
Yeah, I have a Christian moto vlog.
Okay.
I posted one already in Moto Media, my
Uh-huh.
first episode. So, if anybody is so inclined, I'm not pushing on anybody, but they're
Uh-huh.
so inclined, I'll be doing another one tomorrow. I'm posting it up there. But you get to see my riding and how I still stall at stoplights every now and then.
That's right, everybody. On the Discord, we have a lot of members. We got, 2,000 something people right now on there. So join up and you get to see his moto vlogs on that channel. And there's a bunch of other channels to have access
Absolutely. And of course, subscribe, hit that bell, share.
to. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'll be talking to you some other time. Definitely.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Let me go ahead and let's see how I can do this. Boom. There it is. I figured it out. So, that's definitely one of those things. After a crash, you're going to have lots of issues, whether it's going to be physical or mental. When I say lots, it can be a lot or it could be a little, but it could be the quality of the issue could be quite high. So like a traumatic brain injury is going to take a lot longer to get over than just some anxiety. But that's a post-traumatic stress issue.
Hear anything?
Hey, Lethal.
Hold on.
Alrighty. But yeah, that's oh, heyo. There we go.
Oh, hey.
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely great. It's almost the end of class, so it's a great day.
That's good. I've been watching you for like so many months. Oh my God, since before I've got my bike. I recently got in a wreck, however.
Uh-oh.
I got hit. Someone went through the median in the middle of the night. They just drove through the median. They wanted to do a U-turn, and they hit me. They T-boned me. Luckily, I'm fine. I just have a broken leg, but I was listening to you talking about peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner was my riding partner. He always explained to me how I needed to get more experience with that, and I never understood it until I heard you explain it. So I was wondering if you've ever gotten in a wreck, because so far I've heard that you haven't.
Yeah, I haven't, knock on wood. I have had some close people that I know have been in wrecks, very severe ones, and I've known a few
Okay.
people that have died in motorcycle wrecks. But no, I haven't.
Oh wow. How long have you been riding?
It's been about 11 years, I think. Wait, no, 2000,
Oh wow.
2011. Yeah, about 11 years. It'll be 11 years. I think at the end of this year. No, 10 years at the end of this year. But yeah, no real crashes or anything like that. So when it came to
Gotcha.
your accident though, so somebody crossed the median and hit you?
Yeah. Yeah, someone just drove through the median and yeah, accelerated into me.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how do you feel after that? Because I know you said you're a new rider. How do you feel about that incident?
Well, I've had some close calls before, but they were mainly just me not paying attention very well, and so I always did my best to make sure that I pay more attention. But
Are you
I
get?
feel like
Oh, go
it
ahead.
was really unexpected because I saw him further down the road before he hit me, and I was trying to predict his movements, but just out of nowhere, as he got closer to me, he decided to do a U-turn, and I don't know really what I could have done to prevent that. There wasn't really enough space for me to escape.
No, there's when somebody crosses the median and I'm seeing some chat. So a median is basically like a concrete curb with a little extra stuff. And sometimes it's not even a concrete curb, it's just like a
Yeah.
ditch. So did he jump or the person jump the concrete like a concrete median and hit you?
It was a little, it had bushes, so it wasn't really
Mm,
concrete, it was just bushes,
okay.
and there was like a little gap in there, but it's not like to do U-turns just so you can see, but it was a tiny gap, and he
Hmm.
just went through there.
Yeah, that's there's nothing you could have done. I
Yeah.
want you to understand it. Sometimes that
All right.
happens and you just happen to be the person that it happened to. What
Okay.
my concern is for you is how are you? Like I want you to be able to get back on it. I want you to be able to at least not have a stressful, anxiety inducing thing from that.
Yeah.
Because part of being a confident writer is definitely being confident in your own skills. And I don't want you to think that a person crossing a median and hitting you at night has anything to do with your skill level. That was just literally a freak of nature thing. Were you wearing gear?
Yeah, I was wearing full gear, head to toe.
Very good. That's why you're here talking to us.
Yeah.
Like injuries?
Yeah, broken tibia. That was it.
Okay. Yeah, probably from the impact on that T-bone hitting your leg. Was it your left leg?
Yeah. Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I'm just trying to determine if you're United States riding on the right side across the median. I'm thinking of mechanism. Boom, hit your left leg.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad it didn't really mess with your confidence or anything.
Yeah.
How long have you been part of the Discord?
I just joined like today actually.
Well, there you go. You keep talking, hanging out. We have really robust mentorship, peer mentors. We got amazing community council and a lot of really good D different crew members. You're gonna have a great time in here. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. This really helps me get to mind.
Good. Good. Well, go ahead and chat with them, hang out with them. We got 2 more people that want to get up in here. I'll be seeing you
Alrighty.
around. Okay.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Dan. Have a good
Alrighty.
one.
You too. Bye. Whew. It's already 4:27. Oh my gosh. What's up, SMG 516?
Hello again.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. So I want to share a story about how I became confident on my old GW 250.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. All right. So I bought the bike about this time last year, and for like the first month, I was a nervous wreck on it. I remember, I think the first 2 weeks of owning the bike, I stalled and dropped it twice at a roundabout.
I've done that a few times. Don't worry. I still do it sometimes when I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, and because I wasn't used to the weight of the bike, I tried picking it up, and I was like there for nearly 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the roundabout, trying to pick up my bike, and no one tried to help me and pick it up.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they're not
so
rescuing a rider right there. That they weren't smart riders or D different crew members. That wouldn't have happened.
oh, of course not, nah. Yeah, so things were all right for the bike, on the bike for a little while until about a few months ago, I think, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know. I decided to do some parking lot practice.
Mm.
And it was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning or something. It just finished raining. So I'm riding around the parking lot, you know, leaning the bike as far as I can to feel when the front wheel will give way.
Mm-hmm.
And also riding over, you know, the painted lines just to feel when the bike will actually slip on, you know, wet paint.
Yeah.
As if it was the road. So I started getting more confident on that, just transferring my weight and just feeling when the bike will give way or how far I can lean before I slip, you know, throttle control, slamming the brakes, feeling when my ABS will kick in, you know, locking up the front wheel, locking up the rear wheel. And after about 2 or 3 hours of just circling around this parking lot, I eventually got completely confident on the bike that I could just pretty much do anything on it. So I just want to say to everyone, you know, practice does make perfect. You may look ridiculous circling a parking lot to other people, but, you know, as long as you know what you're doing and make sure
Yeah.
you don't annoy other people, you'll do fine.
Yeah, so I like the idea that you're saying is right after it rained, you want to get your confidence back in your tires. You're pushing the limits in a safer environment because it's like, you know, max 20 miles per hour. What you could still hurt yourself, by the way. It's just
Yes.
it's not like you're doing it on the interstate, you know, and hoping that when you accelerate to get on that on ramp, you hit the paint, it's not going to, you know, spin on you. So it's really good to have that confidence again. That's something that I've done before. I haven't, like I said, I haven't had a crash, knock on wood, but I've been into a parking lot and I've done that specifically. Like I would feel not confident in my U-turns for some reason, or I'd not feel confident in my it could be anything, my swerves. Like maybe it's just been so long and it's like I feel, you know what? I think it's about time to practice and get some confidence in my skill level again. So having that continuing education on that and continuing training that you did, that's huge. I don't think a lot of people do that. How did that feel after your issue and then doing that? How did it feel afterwards?
Oh, I was on cloud 9.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. See, that's what everybody needs to do. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel confident in like whatever it is, a U-turn, turning on wet paint or whatever it is, you have to go out and do something that will put a little challenge into you. Now, I don't want you guys going out and throwing a bunch of dirt and gravel on the road and try to make a sharp turn at high speeds. No, it's just, you know, get used to your tires, maybe push it to its limits a little bit where it's not wet, not, you know, crazy, and then you can start adding in some other factors. But I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great tip.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab more people. I realize it's 4:30. We got a lot more people on here. Thank you, SMG. We're gonna have more of these podcasts, and I'm gonna always invite you because you always have something good to say, and your audio sounds really good too, by the way. Shower Natty, how you doing?
What's going on, Dan? What's going on?
It's going good. It's going good.
So, I've been watching and keeping up with the channel, you know, here for the past probably couple months now. And I'll be a new rider here soon. I plan on getting my first bike here, hopefully sometime next month.
Oh yeah. One say everybody in the chat, everyone in the chat say, you know, welcome to the community. You're gonna start riding. We're gonna have your back. I want to see it in the chat with the biker wave and everything.
I'm looking forward to it. But I've had just a couple questions and one to piggyback off of what Scott said. So I live pretty much dead center in the middle of an FM road, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So going out of my neighborhood, the speed limit automatically is 60, and I've kind of just been thinking on that, you know. It's a little nerve-wracking to come out of the neighborhood and immediately start getting up to high speed with, you know, traffic, and it's only a 2-lane road, you know, and there's some places in the road that don't have a median between the 2 lanes. It's just straight oncoming traffic. So I've been kind of marinating on, you know, how to be comfortable getting into that. And another thing is there's not a lot of parking lots on the road, obviously. The only
Mhm.
parking lot is like there's a Kroger and like a McDonald's right next to the interstate, but they're always busy just because they come off of that highway. I do live in a cul-de-sac. There's
Okay.
only 2 houses, so I figure, maybe that road leading up in the cul-de-sac can simulate a parking lot, but I just wanted to bounce some ideas off of you, maybe give me some tips, going in, and anybody else, that's kind of in the same situation that maybe doesn't have their bike yet and is kind of formulating ideas and plans on how to go ahead and get started practicing if they don't have access, to big open spaces.
Man, you're like reading my mind for like the past few months. You said you've been a part of, watching this for the past few months, but I've been developing, and this is kind of like a behind the scenes thing. I've been developing a specific training system that only needs 40 by, I think, 60 feet, 40 by 60 feet. I could be wrong, probably 40 by 80, but that's about a cul-de-sac, depending on how big the cul-de-sac is, but it's not very wide. I'll be talking more about that. I might even put it in the chat on the Discord, just the diagram, the rough draft of it. The cul-de-sac is definitely going to be your best spot to practice. I would treat that as a parking lot. What I would be definitely doing is working on your slow straight line. So you're doing your friction zone, a little bit of throttle control, and you can easily do a tight turns. You can have U-turn spots on that cul-de-sac. But when it comes to actually getting on the road and dealing with the oncoming traffic and everything, are you currently driving?
Yes, sir. I actually drive about 10 hours every day for work. So I'm always on the road.
Okay, so I mean, within 10 hours, you've seen probably a bunch of dumb drivers and whatnot,
Oh,
but
oh man,
um,
I can't even count how many times.
yeah. So, but the thing is, you've been okay, and I don't want you to get in the mindset of complacency. But there's a point in time where you have to kind of accept a little bit of that complacency. The problem is when
Mhm.
you just treat it like it's never going to happen. But the fact that it hasn't happened should calm you down a little bit to where you can actually start focusing on some new things, because the anxiety of getting hit, on that one road will prevent you from actually focusing on other things. So if we can minimize that and then you could focus on others, using that brain power, then you'll be a lot safer. So when it comes to like an oncoming traffic thing, I like to be on the far side. So let's you're in America, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the right side of the road. So I like to be on lane position 3 or like 2 to 3. That way
Mhm.
I have a better line of sight for any vehicles that are coming this way. Also have an escape route to the right if I need to, and if there's anything in my way, I can always swerve left and then go back into lane position 2 or 3. You're gonna have a bigger space cushion on that motorcycle than you would in your car because the car takes up the full lane. So when you're on a motorcycle, you really only need like a very small shoulder to actually still be on the road. So think of that. Think of all the strengths that a motorcycle has, while also thinking of the weaknesses. The weaknesses, obviously, you get hit, you're gonna be hurt, especially on a head on like that. So okay, weakness, you get hurt, getting hit, maybe drop the bike. Okay, let's wear gear. Okay, that's gonna mitigate some of that stuff. The strength is that, like I said, you only need a little bit of that shoulder. So start thinking you're nimble, you can do all these different things. And so now the oncoming traffic, that one road where you're having to deal with all that stuff, becomes less and less of a problem. And then while you're doing that through experience, you're also practicing in your cul-de-sac. So all those little things that you need to refine, you're able to maintain that skill. And I want you to treat it as serious as for 10 hours a day on the road. What's your job? Like, where do you go?
Uh, I'm a consulting utility forester, so I inspect power lines for vegetation,
There,
and I
yeah.
drive. I mean, I'm from Houston. I drive anywhere that is considered the greater Houston area. I go to. So I mean, sometimes I'll drive literally 60 miles across, what's
Yeah.
considered Houston, and then all the way back home, and I've seen it all, man. And I
Yeah.
do notice, after like watching your videos, even when I'm just driving in my truck, I've kind of started picking up on, getting in like that orange zone or
Mhm.
orange stage, at an intersection and start checking, constantly scanning everything and, just kind of picking up little things here and there that I've noticed subconsciously. even though I'm still in my truck. So I feel like, that's pretty good feeling.
You're already ahead of the game when it comes to the motorcycle stuff. Situational awareness is the big thing, and I talked about that in the top 5, ways to become more confident. But I asked about your job because I mean, from what it sounds like, you're driving pretty far, so you're having to do something, because you wouldn't just drive 10 hours a day for no
Yeah,
reason. But
absolutely.
your consulting job is basically based off of safety. It sounds like, power
Yes,
lines
sir.
with so you understand the mitigation and the risk factors and the management of risk, and now you're just going to do a new thing that involves risk, and you already know how to manage that. So I think we're at the point where you just need to do it, and I think you're gonna do real well. I think you're gonna do real well.
I appreciate that.
You've already thought of where you need to practice. You already thought of the most common hazard that you're gonna have to deal with, and you're already practicing by driving your car or your truck to wherever you need to go. I It's really just got to replace everything with a motorcycle now, and I think you're gonna be really good.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm saving up that last little bit of money, and then I'm pulling the trigger.
Do it, man. Do it. I'm excited for you. I'm excited
Yeah,
for you.
I'll jump back in whenever I get a few hours under my belt on the bike. I'll let y'all know how it fares.
Please do. You should be using
Absolutely.
some of those Jedi powers, Kit Fisto. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, man. We got some more people up here. Thank you so much for sharing and being a part of the After the Ride podcast. Peter McMaster, you got a book on your face.
Yes, I do.
How you doing, man?
I am doing good. So I am like just getting into like the whole bike world and everything. Like I am like very, very new. Like I've the whole day yesterday, I've just spent the entire day just like doing the research, and I ended up coming across your channel. And I was like watching your content, and it's just like it's just been really handy, and it's like good to know. And I'm just wanting to know, or the question I'm trying to ask is, what kind of tips would you give to a beginner like me?
So like an absolute beginner?
Absolute beginner who doesn't
Okay.
know anything about bikes, like just hardly anything, just scratching the surface.
All right. This is a good one. I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions. That's usually how I do
Hmm.
things. Have you ever driven a vehicle that is like a stick shift?
No.
Okay. So, all right. Well, you're screwed. I'm just kidding.
Yep. I know.
No, the best
It
thing.
was quite. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to ask too much personal stuff. But how old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Okay. So there's not a lot of life experiences involved. It's just mainly been high school and going from house to high school. Do you currently
Yeah.
drive?
Not yet. I'm still a wee lad. I'm progressing through life slowly.
Okay. Okay. Do you ride a bicycle?
I do ride a bicycle.
Okay. There we go. We got something there. So you understand a little bit of the counter steering, where if you're going a little bit fast, you kind of or you press on the handlebars and it still turns and
Hmm.
everything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to transitioning from a bicycle to a motorcycle, it's very similar. One of the
Hmm.
requirements, if not the only requirement for previous experience to get into the MSFBRC, is you have to be able to ride a bicycle. That's actually on the paperwork saying you acknowledge that you know how to ride a bicycle. And the reason why that's there is because in order to really understand from a beginner's mind on how to do a lot of this stuff is it's on two wheels. You got counter steering, you got direct steering, you got braking. You understand when you apply at least the front brake, you start to dive in a little bit. Um,
Hmm.
you understand how to swerve because you're having to swerve around potholes and debris. You understand that intersections are already dangerous, especially for bicyclists on top of motorcyclists. So
Hmm.
I'm just like I said, I'm doing like a little brainstorm, thinking out loud type thing, and it sounds like you're doing pretty good so far. You're doing pretty good so far. So you're 18. You haven't driven yet. Do you have like a
No.
permit or anything like that?
I do have a permit. I have been like driving here and then, but not as much as I've wanted to.
Okay. Why do you want to jump into motorcycles?
Well, that's something that I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was just younger, I've just always wanted to own a motorcycle. And now that I'm 18, like I really want, I'm gonna hop into it, but I'm not gonna hop into it immediately. I'm thinking about getting my first bike in like 6 months from now, so that way I have like plenty of like research and knowledge on my belt.
You're already ahead of everyone. You're taking this responsibly, and you're owning the fact that there has to be some training involved. So already you're by the time you hit that 6 month mark, you're going to be way ahead of everybody. So it does sound like you just started your journey. So I don't want to throw too much on you. How much or how often do you ride your bicycle?
I ride it about pretty much every day.
Okay. So right now you definitely have that fundamental skills of counter steering and direct steering. You already have that. Now all we have to
Mhm.
do when it comes to the motorcycle is incorporate a motor and shifting. That's pretty much, I mean, obviously more power, more weight, the obvious stuff.
Of course.
But the transition from bicycle to motorcycle is very, very similar. So the feeling that you get where you get that balance, when you're getting some speed, the feeling you get when you have low speed and you're having to make tight turns, all of that plays into a motorcycle. The only thing that with a motorcycle is that you don't have to pedal, so that's really good. And so you understand the counterweighting, you understand the counter steering, direct steering. What I want you to really focus on now, because this I believe is what's going to keep most people safe, is the situational awareness. Um,
Mhm.
it feels like, at least from my perspective, that since you've been riding a bicycle for quite a while, you already understand how to do it. You don't need to look at your hands. You don't need to look at your feet and see if they're on the pedals. You're pretty much just having a good time and looking forward, maybe now listening to music and all these other things. So what I want you to do is focus on the situational awareness. You're gonna have to
Mhm.
be very aware of and very deliberate with your situational awareness, just like you were deliberate with your U-turns and your counter steering. So whenever you see an intersection, I want you to start saying, this is an orange stage thing. This is a hazardous zone. I need to look out for hazards. And from there, you're going to look for left turners. You're going to look for people not slowing down behind you. You're going to look for people possibly running the red light. So you're, looking for the green, but not going out yet. So I want you to start doing stuff like that where intersection, orange stage, then you get back into yellow stage. So you're relaxed, but you're zoned in. And I want you to transition from yellow to orange on purpose. Like tell yourself, this is what I'm doing. And before you know it, just like with anything, you're not telling yourself anymore. And part of that, and I don't want to get super duper deep into it. I'm going to see if I can get my notes. I keep forgetting what it's called. Let me go ahead and grab it. It is. One second.
Mhm.
Jeez, I'm like terrible. I can't believe I forgot this. I know the words to it, but you're gonna you have to develop habits. So the first portion of learning anything is you have to purposely understand what it is you're trying to do, and you're gonna suck at it. The second portion of it is that you have to practice it consistently, and you're gonna slowly get better. The third portion is automaticity or autonomous thinking, where the brain created those synapses to where you don't have to think about it. When you get to that point, you can actually move on to something else. So right now, it sounds
Mhm.
like you have a habit and you have, yeah, muscle memory is kind of like the generalized term. You have a habit with riding your bicycle to where you're not looking around at your hands and everything. So you already got that. So let's focus on the situational awareness. You're going to suck at it. It's going to slowly get better and better to where it becomes muscle memory for you with the situational awareness. And within the 6 months, you should have good fundamental skills, good situational awareness. You should be doing research on what kind of gear you should get so you have,
Mhm.
round head, or anything like that. Um, and then maybe look into some rescuing of a rider. I wouldn't focus on that. That's not a priority. That's kind of like after you've done everything. The main thing is that situation awareness. And then
Yeah.
once you get your permit, or even your license, I would go take an MSF course.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you're going to learn from me in this community, it's only going to tell you what it is you should practice. The fact that you go to an MSF course, you're actually going to practice it because they're going to force you to practice it and actually pass the test. But you're going to feel so confident going into it that it's not going to stress you out. You're just going to be there to learn. And that's what I want you to
Mm-hmm.
do. Okay?
Yeah.
I know it's a
Well,
long
with my
answer.
yeah. So with my license, I'm gonna be getting it this month, and I'll
Mhm.
be like, I don't even know where I'd go to get or to do the MSF course or anything like that.
Okay.
So like, while I'm there, I'm just gonna talk with the people there, because like, I live in Oregon, and
Okay.
then like everything with COVID has just been like really
Mhm.
messing with things. I've had to wait 2 months to take my test for my driver's test.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm just like really just like hoping that I don't just like I flunk it.
You
So
you you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've had plenty of people in class that didn't know how to ride a bicycle. They kind of just showed up because their significant other wanted them to do it. They weren't motivated to do it. You're motivated to do it. You're willing to learn. You're already practicing. You got 6 months out, and you're already asking the right questions. I would not be worried about the MSF. It's gonna be nerve wracking. I'm gonna give you that, but I don't think you're gonna fail. I'm pretty sure you're not. You're gonna get your license and you're gonna get your endorsement or whatever it is in Oregon, and you're gonna have a great time on a motorcycle.
hmm yeah,
Don't worry
because
about
like
it. Don't worry about it, man.
hmm like it's just like the whole thought of like getting it. Like I've just been talking with my friends. I've just been so pumped for it. It's just like I know that I'm not ready for it, and like I still have things to learn before I can actually go out there and get one and just ride.
Yeah, part of it,
So
I mean, like I'm glad that you had the mindset of I know I can't do it yet. I know I need more to learn. I know. There has to be a point where you gain some of that confidence where you're like, I know this, I feel safe, but I know there's still more to learn. Right now, you're kind of at that bottom spot where you don't know anything. So let's pick one thing that we can really get it under our belt. And I think that's the situational awareness. And then once you have that, I want you to look back and say, you know what? I have the situational awareness down. I know how to ride a bicycle. I've been preparing for this. You are ready. So let's get at least one thing under your belt so we can build that confidence.
yeah.
All right, man?
Also, I do have one more question
Yeah, of course.
before I go.
Uh-huh.
So with getting a new bike, where like what would be the best way to get it? Would it be to get it from someone, a private dealer, or not a private dealer, a private person, get it from a dealer? If I were to get it from a dealer, how exactly would they do that?
Yeah, great question. This is a great question for my buddy Matt because he's actually he works at a dealership and he pretty much runs it. From what I understand that he's told me in the past, because we've had this conversation, is at a dealership you go buy new. You know, you have a possibility of financing, you have a possibility of, getting warranties and all these other things. It's going to cost more. It's going to cost quite a bit more because you have to pay for all these fees. But you know for a fact it's coming from a place that they have checked for safety. They have made sure it was rideable. It was something that's going to be roadworthy. Buying from a private party, if you don't know what to look for, you will not find the things that could hurt you. So a lot of research needs to go into that. Maybe grabbing a friend that can go with you to do that. But you're going to save money. You don't know if there's massive damage. You don't know the maintenance. You don't know any of that stuff. My thing is there's like this middle ground, and it's a certified used bike from a dealership. So what happens is a lot of people turn in or they trade in their bikes to get this newer bike. And what the dealer does is just goes around and sells it for profit at that point. So it's still going to be cheaper than brand new. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than private party, but in order for that dealership to sell that bike, that it has to be roadworthy. A good dealership, by the way. It should happen to every dealership, but you never know. But it has to be roadworthy. It's cleaned up. It's been demoed, so the person has, the mechanic has test rode it. All the lights work. All these other things work. So a certified used bike or just a used bike from a dealership is going to be a little more peace of mind than buying it private party. But not all private party people are fraudsters. There's quite a bit of people that just They're like, you know what? I got a kid and I need the money, but it's a great bike. I only rode it a few times. Here, check it out. Um, so it all really depends on your financials, how much peace of mind you want, and if you want to get a specific bike, the best thing you do is just buy new because you're not going to be able to find that specific year, a specific model, private party. And if you do, you might be paying extra because you're just like, I want to get it, and they have all the leverage in the deal, if that makes sense. It's a lot. It's a nuanced question. I can't tell you exactly what, but for me personally, if I was in your situation, I'd probably get a used bike from a dealer. But that's just me. I know a lot of people that are mechanically inclined and can just go get one from Craigslist and call it a day.
Not me.
Not me. No, yeah, see, not me either.
Like, I'm worried about, like, I'm turning, I go ahead and turn the steering wheel and, like, the wheel turns the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're gonna have massive problems. The training's the biggest one, but if you have more questions, we do have the new rider questions area in the community, and we have a bunch of community council and mentors already chomping at the bits to help you. So ask around, and they're gonna definitely help you. All right.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Have a good time, Peter. See you later. Profit LOLs. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
So, do you have anything to add to the 5 ways to become a more confident motorcycle rider, or do you have a story or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a quick story. It'll probably end up helping you be more confident because it has a lot to do with your bike.
Okay.
So I'm a fairly new rider. I had a motorcycle, like a little crotch rocket when I was younger, like maybe 12 years old, but I hadn't really rode it in a long time, and I just never rode for a few years. I'm 23 now, so almost a decade.
Oh, wow.
And my brother started getting into motorcycles. He got a Vulcan 900, beautiful bike.
Oh, yeah.
And when I went out to visit him, he showed me just like the basics of riding, and I was like, man, this seems like a lot of fun. And he's like, dude, go take the MSF, go get your endorsement, go get a bike, you'll love it. And the main thing for me, that sold me was he was like, the community is great, and I found this community. I was like, these guys are awesome. So shout out everybody in this Discord.
Yeah. Shout out to D
But
from Crew.
yeah, so funny story on getting my first bike. So I took the MSF, got my license, and I was looking for a bike, and I found a really nice Honda Shadow Phantom 750 on Facebook. And it was like exactly what I was looking for. I was pretty confident riding at that point. I did well in the course. So I felt like 750 on a cruiser was a good bike for me. So I went out to go check the bike with a couple of friends of mine, and went to this guy's place. He was super chill guy. Show me the bike. It was in really good condition. No marks, scratches. Everything was stock. He said he didn't do anything to it. He actually had a record of when he did any repairs or oil changes.
Very good. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is fantastic. And it only had 2,500 miles on it for 2015. So um, I was like, hey, this is really cool. So I thought everything checked out, did all the checks on it, and he sold it to me. And I drove it back to my place. I live in East Tennessee, so about a week after, maybe it was a week, 2 weeks. I hadn't gotten a chance to ride it just because of the weather with all these tropical depressions and storms. I I got on the bike because it was the first sunny day in a while. It was 80 degrees, so it was kind of cool, relatively cool. And I did the pre-ride checks, had all my gear on, hopped on, and I started it up. And I just drove forward a little bit, kind of to the edge of my driveway, and I looked over my shoulder, and I just saw like a thick cloud of white smoke coming up behind me. And my first thought was, "Oh no," because I know exactly what that is in a car. So my first thought was, "This might be a head gasket issue." So I looked over at the exhaust, and it was just too much white smoke coming out of the exhaust. So I turned the bike off, parked it, gave my brother a call, and I told him all the symptoms. He was like, yeah, that sounds like a head gasket issue. Um, but the weird thing was, there was white smoke coming out of both exhaust pipes, and he said that was one thing that was kind of strange. So there's a really good shop near where I live, a really good motorcycle shop. So my buddy has a truck. We took it up there, and the guy there was like, "Man, I've never seen anything like this." I mean, the white smoke was normal, but he hadn't seen it coming out of both exhausts before. He said it's usually just one. So I was like, "All right, is it cool if I just leave it here and you guys take a look at it, try to figure out what's going on?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll take a look." So couple weeks later, fast forward to today, um, I've been dreading the whole time because I'm like, man, this is gonna cost me an arm and a leg for this head gasket. He calls me just in the middle of the day, and he goes, "Hey, this is Jimmy from the shop." And I was like, "Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Just give me the bad news." And he
Yeah.
was like, "No, your bike is good. It's ready to pick up." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, your bike is good." I was like, "What? So what was wrong with it?" And he goes, "Oh, the guy that had it before you, we guess he just must have fueled the oil level too high. It was way too high, so it
Oh
was
my gosh.
actually it was actually running off and it was burning off and coming out of the exhaust, and that was the reason why there was a bunch of white smoke coming out. And they had run it a couple times, gave it a quick drive up and down the road, and it was fine. And he was like, "Yeah, you can pick it up now." So I was super ecstatic to hear that news, and that was today. So
Oh,
I'm just,
congrats. Congrats, man.
yeah, I'm super stoked.
Oh my gosh. That's a crazy. So your very first bike, everything looks good, and you get this white smoke, and you already know that from your own vehicles, and then that feeling of, hey buddy, it's a come pick it up. It's not a big deal.
Right, right.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, definitely a warning for anybody listening who may not have had that experience. Uh, that's definitely something you should look out for if you're buying a used motorcycle or any used vehicle, really.
Yeah, I've never done it, but I know it's great advice to take whatever vehicle you get off of, like, Craigslist or third party to, like, a mechanic so they can do a once over. Um, but no one really ever does that. It seems like a hassle for every vehicle you wanna get. But, man, that's crazy that it was just overfilled. It wasn't like the head gasket like you thought. Um
Yeah, I'd already given myself a pep talk. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get it fixed and I'm just gonna keep it, and it's gonna be my little souvenir bike of how not to get a used vehicle.
So is that your only vehicle, or did you have, like, another vehicle while I was in the shop?
No, so the car is my regular, but
Okay.
yeah, but I did want because I have a short commute to work. It's like 10 minutes. Just hop on the freeway and I'm there. So I'd like to have a bike to just make that run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're gonna have a great time. Well, I appreciate the story because a lot of people would freak out. But just remember it could be something a little bit minor like that.
Hmm.
I'm glad it was though. I mean, it could have been bad. You already knew what it could have been. But
Right.
hey, I appreciate the story. I love listening to things like that, and that's one thing that I'm learning from this community led podcast is that it, there's so much more out there, and your story might sound familiar to some people, and it sounds a little familiar to me when my clutch blew up on my Harley. It was just really scary, and I thought I was gonna be out of bike, but I just replaced it myself. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it's just it's really interesting to hear other people have these same issues that I had. And my problem back then was like my anxiety would kind of go high. I'd get angry, I'd get frustrated, I'd start blaming things, I'd start getting pissed. If I was in your shoes, I'd be so pissed at the guy that I bought it from. And then it kind of comes
Yeah.
down to just an oil thing, and it's like, oh, okay, I should have kept my
Right.
cool,
Yeah.
So don't let the
Definitely.
emergency take over you. And I'm glad you got your thing fixed.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. It is 5 p.m. So I'm gonna. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Rainen. Uh, thank you for joining the stage channel. I really do appreciate it. profit, swing on by the the maintenance area on the Discord. If you ever have a future issue, hopefully we have somebody in there that can throw something out at you and let you know what it could possibly be before you freak out. And that goes for everyone else, including me. If I ever have an issue, I'm going to be mentioning it in the Discord, because that's what we have here. We have a really badass DDFM crew, and as much as I like to call it the DDFM crew, it's kind of come to the point, and I'm going to kind of go off on a little tangent here. It's come to the point where the community is running itself, and I think I mentioned that last time, but it really is. There's so many talented people. There's so many people that are invested into this, and there's so many people that have made friends and have met their partners on the Discord, which is very, very humbling to me. It's like, whoa, because I originally just created the Discord for the mental health section, and that was when I was going through my own tough times, and I felt like, you know, the community on YouTube comments was very supportive. But I wanted more of an interaction, and Discord was the place to do it. Now that Discord is allowing these stage channels where we can bring one person up, and then we can bring up as many as we can during the After the Ride podcast, it allows me to actually talk to people. In a voice chat, you know, there could be, you know, 8-10 people in there, and it can get kind of hectic and everything, which I see a bunch of people in the voice chat right now on the crew voice channels. But that's kind of like, you know, some people like that. I like more of the one-on-one and finding out who people are, the general audience of the Discord, and who's in the crew. It makes me very, very happy that these are the people that are in the crew. I think I don't give the crew enough credit. I don't, maybe not even myself, enough credit that we actually are doing a really, really good thing. We are supporting each other. We're empowering each other. We're helping each other on anything. We're not judgmental. I have, I'm just, I guess what you can say is I'm extremely proud of this crew. So there's gonna be more stuff happening. It's community led. You guys are voting in your own people into the council that are gonna make all the decisions. I finally get to just kind of be a part of the crew and hang out. We have plans on making the local Tucson crew a bigger portion of the crew, and we're looking into getting more local chapters, I guess, like officially. And I think this is a great start. We got over 9,000 people in the Discord, easily 2,000 people online at a time. The lounge off topic is going like crazy. We have local areas like Arizona, California. We got local international. So we got Europe, Germany, all these different places, Australia, I believe. And now we're able to do more here on After the Ride podcast and have these stage channels. Can't wait to share more information with you guys. I am trying my best to get you the education you need so you can ride safe and continue on using it as a mode of transportation, a mode of mental health, you know, therapy, whatever you use that motorcycle for. I don't care what you use the motorcycle for. I care about you guys and being safe. So being in the Discord and chatting and hanging out is my highlight of the day. But I got to get going. It's 5 p.m. I got to leave the firehouse. I have to go home. I'm going to go walk my DOGGO, and then I'll probably hang out in the Discord for a little bit while I do my own after action review of how today's class went, because I'm always trying to get better myself. With that said, SMG 516, I'll catch you later. With that said, I'll see you on the Discord. Let's go ahead and get some music going. Nathan, can you turn on the music? Thank you.